fuel for you. Fuel for your vehicle. Max's Convenience Shop.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com. Welcome back to Colonel Field as the Hoptown Hoppers get set to take on Henderson County. And, Coach, I don't know about you, but I love seeing this sunshine, and maybe this rain's going to stay away for a while.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, there's a happy medium between the hot days we were having last week and then the 4 inches of rain in 1 hour. It kind of hit us earlier.
Yeah. When you guys got over here Saturday, was the field still flooded? I mean, was there a lot of water still here?
Yeah, it was. But, Cole does a great job. Cole and Trey were out here, and Coach Leach from Hopkinsville were over here really early and really worked a lot, and the field looks great.
Yeah, I was going to say the field looks great here. Went down to Fulton last night. We're supposed to play two, but rain got you in that second one. And it seemed like in that first ball game, it's, again, just one inning that kind of set the tone for the rest of the game for you guys.
Yeah, just got to stay away from those, big crooked numbers. The 7th spot in the 6th inning, kind of blowing a lead there, kind of hurt. But the guys are in real good spirits right now and ready to go for the day.
And, again, we've hit July now, so now's the time to really start putting a string of games together.
Right, yeah. Big message today is that we're 0-0 in July, and so that's what we're going to kind of go forward with. And June was good. We got to see you guys and get guys in spots, but hoping to make a run here in July. Something me and Coach from Henderson were talking about. July's a whole different ball game. He knows we're playing well. I know they're playing well, so it should be a good ball game tonight.
And you've played those guys several times already, so you're very familiar with each other. And just putting the lineup together, a lot of familiar names from the last time they were here. Kind of talk about that ball club that you're going to face here tonight.
Yeah, so the Flash are a good group. I mean, Coach JD over there does a great job. They got a great pitching coach and Coach Haslam. Really like those guys. I was talked on the phone for about an hour and a half today with Coach. Just, odds and ends of baseball. So it's kind of good when you get to become friends with the other coaches and, have good communications. But they got a good ball club, man. They can swing it in the middle. They got the Hayden Jones kid, formerly at MTSU. So really familiar with him. He's a Kentucky kid, but really good bat for them. I think he hit 2 home runs against us in night 1. And then the arm they're throwing tonight, Brew, is really good. So it'll be a good matchup.
And who are you going to throw tonight?
We're throwing Owen Boswell. So he had a strong 6 innings against them the last time he was out. And so it's his turn in the lineup. So we're going to roll him again. And he's amped up and ready to go out there. Just try to fill up the zone and play good defense behind him. It should be a Hoppers win.
All right, Coach, appreciate the time as always.
Yeah, thank you.
Whether you're shopping for an engagement ring or you just need a little something for a birthday, J. Schrecker Jewelry can help you find just what you're looking for with our wide selection of jewelry and gift items. And of course, gift wrapping is always free. We're open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 5:30, and Saturday from 9 until 2. Or shop online by visiting our website at jschreckerjewelry.com. J. Schrecker Jewelry, 909 South Main Street in the heart of historic downtown Hopkinsville.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to
There's you some more cable.
It's like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Ask Raymond Nelson Insurance, 3205 Lafayette Road in Hopkinsville, if auto owners make sense for you. This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight, and our starting lineups are brought to you by Reichen Elastomers. Join the Reichen Elastomers team with process operator starting pay at $19.30 an hour, up to over $23.70 an hour in 1 year, and an excellent benefit package that includes employee-paid benefits day 1 of employment. Call 270-475-2150, extension 214 to learn more. For the Henderson Flash, J.D. Arndt is the head coach. They're 12-10. Leading off and playing shortstop is Hunter Vaughn. Batting second and playing first base is Colton Evans. The center fielder is Kalen Sanders. He'll bat third. The cleanup is Hayden Jones, and he'll bat third. He'll play third base. Batting fifth and playing catcher is Milan Obradovic. Batting sixth and playing in left field will be Brady Gable. The batting number 7 and playing second base will be Jackson Pruitt. The DH tonight for Henderson is Peyton Giles. He'll bat 8th. And Drew Eisenberg will bat 9th. He's the right fielder for Henderson Flash. Alex Bree will be the gentleman on the mound. It'll be his 5th start tonight. He has an ERA of 4.7. Hoptown Hoppers will go with Cole Reynolds. He'll lead off and play shortstop. Connor Scheidt, first baseman, will bat second. Miles Denton in third base, batting third. Bruce Weish will be the DH, and he'll bat cleanup. Owen Hutchison, the left fielder, will bat fifth. Zach Hampton, the second baseman, will bat sixth. Aiden Butts, the center fielder, will bat seventh. Eli Laurent will be in right field, batting eighth. And Evan Cardwell, the catcher, will bat ninth. Back with the opening pitch right after this timeout.
Jenny Stewart Health. Experience makes the difference.
Dr. Mackenzie Denton has joined Jenny Stewart Family Health, passionate about health promotion and preventative care within the pediatric, adult, and geriatric population. Dr. Denton plans to provide her patients with high-quality care. Visit jennystewarthealth.org or call 270-887-6565 to schedule an appointment.
The Hoptown Hoppers and Sunflower make a great combination. The Hoppers provide excitement on the baseball field. Sunflower scores with their winning team of self-rising flour for baking biscuits and cakes. Self-rising cornmeal mix for great cornbread, plus sunflower grits. See the Hoppers home games and see the Sunflower Twins. Sunflower self-rising flour, sunflower self-rising cornmeal mix, plus sunflower grits at your grocers and on your table. Sunflower, for mighty fine baking every time.
When it comes to powering your farm and fueling your success, Southern States has you covered. From high-quality seed, fertilizer, and crop protection to reliable fuel delivery and lubricants, they're your one-stop partner for productivity in the field and efficiency at the pump. Southern States is proud to serve the farming communities with expert service and trusted products. Visit your local Southern States store today with 3 locations to better serve you. 1106 West 15th Street, in 5475 Canton Pike in Hopkinsville, and 2829 Hopkinsville Road in Katy.
Hi, this is Connor Scheidt from IU Southeast. I'm excited to be in Hopkinsville as a member of the 2025 Hoptown Hoppers. Join me in thanking our season sponsors, Olivet Baptist Church, Charles Henderson State Farm Insurance, Jersey Mike's, Planners Bank, Penny Ryle Electric, and Higgins Insurance. Go Hoppers.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Just had the singing of our national anthem by Clarence Maxey, and we're about set to go. Do need to give you the game time weather. It's brought to you by Charlie Henderson State Farm Insurance.
Here's your WHOP Weather Center forecast. Lows dip down to about 66. Tonight, under clear skies, winds out of the north at around 5 miles an hour. Mainly sunny skies. Tomorrow, daytime highs approaching 88. Lows dip down to about 67. Tomorrow night, mainly clear skies. Lots of sunshine Thursday with a high of 90. 91 Friday. That's the forecast from the WHOP Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Megan Mulford. Right now, it's 87 degrees.
And we have blue skies and a few clouds overhead here at the ballpark at Colonel Field. Pitcher tonight for the Hoptown Hoppers is Owen Boswell. He has an ERA of 3.316. He has a record of 2-1. He's pitched 2 2/3 innings, 8 runs on 8 hits. He struck out 12, walked 5, and 6 of those 8 runs were earned runs for Owen Boswell. On the other side, Henderson Flash, they will go with Alex Brew. He has a record of 1-2, 17 2/3 innings pitched. He has given up 20 runs, 12 of them were earned, 25 hits, 17 strikeouts, and 9 walks. He has an ERA of 4.755. This is his 5th start of the season for the Henderson Flash. Boswell continues to go through his warm-up tosses here, and we're about set to go. One more, and it's going down to second base, and we'll get this contest underway. And they'll throw down to second, and we're about set to get this contest underway. Long stretch of games for the Hoppers coming up at home. They'll be at Madisonville tomorrow night and then return home on July 4th on Friday. And they'll be at home on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, a day off, and then a home game on Wednesday, and then a full count rhythm on the road, and then back home against Paducah. So good stretch of ball games. We are set to go. Hunter Vaughn will step to the plate, the shortstop for Henderson. Bats .304 on the season, has 17 hits. And our contest is underway. Pitch is high and a ball, and we get started right at 6:30. Second pitch is on the way, and this one is across the plate. Fastball for a strike. So the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Colton Evans, the first baseman, is on deck for Henderson. A new addition to this ball club. There's strike 2 on a pitch that catches the outside corner as Vaughn in the box, bats left. And Boswell throws left as well. So lefty on lefty, and this pitch is high for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Defense at a normal depth. Same in the outfield as well. And this one's going to be hit into center field. The center fielder comes over. Nope, it's going to be the left fielder who will make the play as the left fielder comes towards center, and he had a good beat on the ball and makes the play for out number 1. And the batter is going to be Colton Evans. Again, this is just his second game. No hits so far on the season. He's playing first base tonight for the Henderson Flash. Pitch is a ball to Evans. We'll get our game changer going here so we can keep up that way with the hoppers. This is foul back and out of play for strike 1. So 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. It's going to be high for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Evans bats right. Here's the pitch. And that's a ball for ball 3. So 3-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And this one's going to be popped up into just right behind the second baseman, who will go out and make the play. So 2 pop-outs to start the ball game. And the batter is going to be Keelan Sanders, .257 hitter on the season, 9 hits for Sanders, as he's batting third in the lineup tonight for Henderson. Sanders from Lee University, just completed his freshman year. Here is the pitch, and it catches the inside portion of the plate for a strike, so the count is 0-1. Here's the pitch. Catcher wants to hold it there, maybe getting the call, but doesn't. So now it's a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch from Boswell, and it's going to be low and in the dirt. So the count's 2 balls and a strike. Aiden Jones back with us as well. Aiden, good evening.
Good evening. How are you, sir?
Doing well. Pitch is a ball. So that's going to make it 3-1 now. Boswell earlier when he pitched against Henderson had a good outing. He'll come to the plate with this pitch, and that is called a strike. So that's going to make the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. John Bruce will be joining us a little bit later on as well. Had a prior commitment this afternoon. Here's the pitch, and it is ball 4. So the first base runner of the night for Henderson, and that will bring Hayden Jones to the plate. 25 hits on the season. He has a batting average of .362, and Hayden, you got to be careful here.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Very careful with this young man.
.362?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's through 22 games, so that's pretty strong.
Yeah,
25 hits.
That's impressive.
Yep. Here's the pitch. It's going to be popped up and out of play into the area of the food trucks. People need to pay attention over there around the food trucks with the foul balls. Food trucks are located just outside of the first base dugout. Here's a pitch. Runner goes, and the ball is going to go. Did it hit the batter? I believe it did. Yeah.
Elbow.
It's got to be one of the worst places to get hit.
Oh, definitely.
It's right on the elbow.
I've been hit just about everywhere in the quad and the elbow are definitely the worst spots.
Right. So now the batter's going to be Milan Obradovic. He's the catcher, has 10 hits on the season, .233 hitter for Henderson, and they have runners at first and second. After the first two batters popped out, a walk and now a hit batter, and the pitch is a ball. The defense is not holding on, which you wouldn't think so with runner at second base. Second baseman's going to play a little close to the bag. Now he gets back in position, and the pitch is in there for a strike. Right under the elbow, and it's in there for strike one. And the count is 1-1. Lights are on here at the ball field, although we still have plenty of sunshine, and we're about an hour and a half or a little less away from sunset. Here's the pitch. It's in there for a strike. So the count to Obradovic is now 1-2. With two outs, runners at first and second for Henderson. Vaughn's at second, Evans at first. No, check it. Sanders at second and Jones at first. Here's the pitch, swing, foul tip. Yeah, Sanders at second, Jones at Obradovic is back in. The pitch, and this one's going to be popped up. Who's going to come in and get it? It looks like it's going to be the second baseman, kind of battling the sun. There's a little shade there and the sun, but it's a put out. So in the inning for Henderson, no hits. There was a walk and a batter hit. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and two left on base. As we check the car connection of Hopkinsville scoreboard, no score. Hoppers coming to bat.
Join All Clean Services and the Hoptown Hoppers on Friday, July 11 for the annual Jersey Off Their Back auction benefiting the Rotary Playground Project. These special game jerseys will be worn one night only and auctioned off during game hours, with all proceeds helping create a safe, inclusive playground for children of all abilities. Bidding starts at $50. Visit the All Clean Services tent or call in your bid to 270-305-4350 from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Let's make a difference. Bid high, give big, and help build a playground where every child belongs.
Whether it's Planters Bank's main campus in downtown Hopkinsville, Planters' investment in the latest electronic technologies, or their bankers eager to help you, Planters Bank provides the convenience and access to be the perfect financial partner. If you're looking for a bank with the best access in downtown Hopkinsville, stop by and see the great things you can expect at Planters Bank, including downtown Hopkinsville drive-through banking and ATM. Expect great things at Planters Bank, equal housing opportunity, and member FDIC.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Cole Reynolds will lead off for the Hoppers. He's playing shortstop tonight. 12 hits on the season, a .279 hitter for the Hoppers. Connor Scheidt will bat second. He's playing first base tonight. And then Miles Denton. If anybody gets on, we'll see Bruce Weish. The pitcher for Henderson is Alex Brew. Again, he 20 runs, 12 of them earned, giving up 25 hits, 17 strikeouts, and 9 walks. Has a 1-2 record on the season. Cole Reynolds will step to the plate for the Hoppers. Home plate umpire will do a little cleanup of the plate. We're ready to go. Reynolds steps in. He's a right-handed batter for the Hoppers. Another left-handed pitcher. Brew, a lefty as well. Here's a pitch, and that's low for a ball. 1-0 now the count. Fans continue to file in here on Charlie Henderson State Farm Insurance Night. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to be hit to the first baseman. He'll scoop it up, and he'll take it to the bag unassisted for out number 1. And the batter's going to be Connor Scheidt, the first baseman, 200 hitter on the season, has 13 hits, wearing 33. As he steps in, he's a left-handed batter, so lefty on lefty here, and the pitch is across for a strike. Good-looking pitch there from Brew, and the count is 0-1. Here's the pitch. This is hit foul down the first base side. And Scheidt's in the hole, 0-2. Brew is set. Here he comes to the plate with a pitch. It's high, up around the head, and it's going to be 1-2. The pitch, swing and a miss. And that would be a strikeout, the first of the night for Brew. And there are now 2 outs here in the inning, and the batter is going to be Miles Denton, third baseman, 278 hitter with 10 hits on the season for the Hoppers. Denton out of Roane State Community College. Brentwood, Tennessee is home for Miles Denton. Here's the first pitch to Denton, is high and outside for a ball. 1-0 the count now. Here's the pitch. And it's ball 2. So 2-0 now the count. Bruce Weish, or Weishy. Is it Weish?
I think it's Weish.
Yeah, I think so too. Like the coach used to be for the Cincinnati Bengals. Long time ago, though. You wouldn't remember that. Way before your time. 3-0 the count now to Denton. And so a base runner, Denton, and Bruce Weish, who hasn't been with the Hoppers long. 667 hitter on the season, has a couple of hits. So as you can tell, he hasn't had many plate appearances. To have the 2 hits and an average at 667. He is from North Carolina A&T. McDonough, Georgia is his hometown, and here's a big swing and a miss for Weish, and the count is 0-1. He's set, bats right, and the pitch from Brew, and it's another swing and a miss. 0-2 is the count now. Brew gets the sign. He likes it. He's going to come to the plate with the pitch with a runner at first for the Hoppers. And this one's hit back to the pitcher, and it'll be an easy underhand toss for out number 3 for the Henderson Flash. So that play goes 1-3. So in that inning, there were no runs, no hits, no errors, one walk, and one left on base. We played one as we check the U-Haul of Hopkinsville scoreboard. It's Hoptown nothing and Henderson nothing. We're back after this. You're listening to Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Excuse me, it's 99 cents. Can we have a word?
Well, I do have a quick moment.
Is it true you're performing in our area?
I'm currently appearing at all Max's convenience shops for 99-cent fountain drinks. Any size, anytime.
Any size? Anytime?
Any size, anytime.
99-cent fountain drinks. Any size, anytime.
This is Max Arnold. This is your personal invitation to visit my family store. I guarantee you'll get service to the max every time.
Fuel for you. Fuel for your vehicle. Max's Convenience Shop.
This 4th of July, celebrate independence from sleepless nights at Herb Hayes Furniture and Mattress. Right now, save $500 on Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattresses, including Pro Breeze, Lux Breeze, and Active Breeze models, designed to keep you cool all night long. Get up to $200 off select Sealy mattresses, and Serta has savings on their Perfect Sleeper collection, up to $425 off. It's time to sleep cooler, deeper, and better. But hurry, these savings end soon.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Welcome back to the Chick-fil-A broadcast table as we get set to go to the top of the second inning of play. But before we do that, there is a check presentation that is taking place down on the field. And the check presentation is going to Jenny Stewart from the Pink Ribbon Network. And Jenny Stewart is giving $1,000 to the Pink Ribbon Network. They passed the hat here when Jenny Stewart Health had their night here at the ballpark, and they're giving a check to $1,000 to the Pink Ribbon Network. So a great organization, and I know the Hoppers and the fans that supported that are very happy to make that donation. Well, we've got fans that are making their way off the field, and once they get off the field, we'll be ready to go here in the top of the second inning of play. It will be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the lineup. Brady Gable, the left fielder, batting .280, will lead off here in this top of the second inning of play. 14 hits on the season for Gable. And he bats right. He'll face the left-handed Owen Boswell. No score here in the top of the second, and that pitch is a ball. Little high and outside. For ball 1 to Gable. Here's another pitch from Boswell. This one's high and outside. That'll make the count 2 balls and no strikes. Hutchison in left, Butts in center, and Laurent in right. And this is going to be popped up. Catcher, can he make a play? No, it's going to hit between the fans around the backstop and the stands, and they were very fortunate on that one. Defensively, from third to first, you've got Denton, Reynolds at short. Denton's at third, Reynolds at short, Hampton at second, and Scheidt at first. The catcher is Cardwell, and Boswell on the mound. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss. 2-2 now the count. Boswell is set. He comes to the plate with the pitch, and here's one hit into left field, right to the left fielder. He'll go back just a little bit, and making the play is Hutchison for out number 1. Jackson Pruitt, the second baseman, batting .119 on the season, has 5 hits for Henderson. Bats right as he steps in. And Boswell not wasting any time. He's ready to go. Here's the pitch, and this is going to be outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Hoppers will be at Madisonville tomorrow night before an off day on Thursday. Here's the pitch, and this is going to be hit to the third baseman. Goes under his glove. The shortstop makes the play. Throws to first. Good catch by Scheidt, and that's out number 2. Good play there on that 6-3 put out. And the batter's going to be Peyton Giles, the DH. 5 hits on the season, 217 average for Giles. Again, a good crowd tonight.
Yeah, quite a bit of people.
Yeah, the home side looks pretty full. Here's the pitch, and this is going to be in there for a ball, I believe. I think that's 1. Yep, 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. The low, ball 2. 2-0 now the count. Here's the pitch, and that's in there for a strike. So 2-1 now the count. Okay. John Bruce will join us momentarily once he gets his nest made. Pitch is low. Ball 3. 3-1 now the count, with 2 outs here in the inning. Here's the pitch, and it's ball 4. So now the batter is going to be Drew Eisenberg, batting 120 on the season. 3 hits for the Bowling Green graduate. Of course, his dad coached at Henderson County before moving on to Bowling Green High. Wren Lake is where Eisenberg will play his basketball. He'll play his baseball. Excuse me. Oh, 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch, and this one's popped back for strike 2. Left-handed Eisenberg gets back in the box on the 0-2 pitch from Boswell. And it is foul back again and out of play. Count remain 0-2. Boswell set once again. Here comes the pitch, and this one's going to be hit into left field. Left fielder is there, makes a great play for the out. So that's the 3rd out as it is lined out to left field, and a good job there by Hutchison to make the play. So in the inning, there were no runs, no hits, 1 walk, and there was 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 2nd as we check the Car Connection of Hopkinsville scoreboard. It's Hoptown nothing and Henderson nothing. We're back after this, listening to Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
At Penny Ryle Electric.
All right.
And
Jeff, good evening. Can you hear? Okay, you can hear? Okay. I didn't touch any of it from last time.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, you're just fine.
Okay, good.
It's also finding innovative ways to keep our members and employees safe. Promote economic
Just as a friendly reminder, we're on the camera the whole time, so.
Roger that. I was pedaling just as hard as my little convertible would go, but
I understand. That's
just
all
wasn't
right.
going to get here.
No, that's okay. That's all right. We're good.
Whether you're shopping for an engagement ring or you just need a little something for a birthday gift, Jay Schrecker Jewelry can help you find just what you're looking for with our wide selection of jewelry and gift items. And of course, gift wrapping is always free. We're open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 5:30, and Saturday from 9 until 2. Or shop online by visiting our website at jschreckerjewelry.com. Jay Schrecker Jewelry, 909 South Main Street in the heart of historic downtown Hopkinsville.
You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm, WHOP HD2 Hopkinsville, and online at 953thefarm.com.
Welcome back to Colonel Field, the Chick-fil-A broadcast booth. Jeff Sisk along with John Bruce and Aiden Jones. And John, welcome.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Always good to be at the ballpark.
Oh,
even
yeah.
if it is a few minutes late.
Yeah, that's okay.
I see you guys got off to a great start.
We did. Yeah, there are no runs on the board as of yet, but none for Henderson, so we are off to a good start. Some good defensive plays by the left fielder for Hoptown in that top of the second inning of play.
I saw
Owen Hutchison, made two great plays. Here's one hit into right. Right fielder comes in, is going to drop right in front of him for a base hit, and Owen Hutchison is doing it defensively and at the moment offensively. His first at-bat is a base hit, and Zach Hampton is coming to the plate, second baseman. .333 hitter on the season, 3 hits, I should say, for Hampton. And the other night he came in and pitched just a beautiful ball game. I think he faced 8 batters and struck out. I think maybe it was 9 batters and struck out 6 or 7. It was something like that. It was just unbelievable what he was able to do.
Wow. Sounds like he had a great night.
Yeah. Pitches a ball. So 1-0 the count. And they'll throw over to first, and the ball gets away, and on the air on the throw, so he's going to keep going. He's going to go all the way to third, and he'll stop right there as he gets in, and that ball went way up the foul area on the first base side.
Looks like I got pretty close to the corner over there.
Yeah.
But there where the bullpen is.
Right.
That's a long way up there.
It sure is.
It's a lot of foul ground, and then it's a long way because once it takes that angle and keeps going.
One and one now the count to Hampton. I'm going to turn one mic off because I think I know which one's doing it.
Okay.
Yeah. There's something going on with your headset, Aiden. Yeah. I don't know what.
Yeah. It's bumped
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't either. I don't know why it's doing it. You could hear the clicking, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. When I turn it off, it goes away, so we'll have to check on that. Not quite sure what's doing that. No, I don't think it's your phone.
I don't either.
It was your phone.
Is it?
Yep, it was your phone. Yep, it's your phone.
Yep,
it's your phone. You can put it back on now.
I had that phone out.
I know it. I know it didn't happen until John got here. So, but I wasn't going to say that. This one's foul back.
Okay. I just have to make sure. Well, let's see.
2 and 2 is a count. No, you're good. I don't know if there's any
so
more.
what's different now than the other night?
Yeah, there's not much room. Well, we didn't have this hooked up the other night because he wasn't here.
Oh, that would do it.
Yeah. Your phone is admitting some kind of secret code.
Probably, yeah.
3-2 now the count.
Been on the phone all day today with the senators. You know, they're all
I
voting today.
understand. Yeah, I understand. Here's a pitch. This is foul back, and again out of play. Watch out in the food truck area. I'm surprised you were able to walk through that area and not bring something up here with you.
8 on the way here.
Okay. You always find room for some food, John. Come on. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss, and Hampton strikes out. Out number 1. So the Hoppers, again, they have a runner at third. That's Hutchison. On the throwing error on the pitcher as he threw over to first, and that's after Hutchison got a base hit. He was able to go to third. Now Aiden Butts, a .275 hitter, 11 hits on the season, coming to the plate for the Hoppers. Nice to see no rain. And here's a foul. John, I'm assuming you've seen the pictures of what this ball field looked like Saturday afternoon in North Drive. And
Yeah, I have seen those.
Yeah.
It's very entertaining to
It
watch
is.
how the water falls.
That's right, yeah.
The water runs, and then here we are.
Yep, you get this much rain, and wow. Happens fast. Here's the pitch, and here's one hit up the middle, and it's knocked down by the second baseman. He's able to recover, and he does get the out, but Butts does his job as he gets the run across. So that goes 4-3, but it's an RBI for Butts, and Eli Laurent will be the batter. Bats left, the 167 hitter on the season with 3 hits. Yeah, I understand they worked all day on the field. Trey Wheeler and Cole Isom and Blake Leach did some work. I know when I got here at 5 o'clock, the field was, it was already ready to play. It was ready to go.
Okay. Those gentlemen do a good job. They've worked with this field for years.
Swing and a miss. 0-2 now the count for Laurent.
As they do at Hoptown. It's the same idea. And they just do yeoman's work to make that happen.
No, you're good, John. I don't know why it's doing that. It's never done that before.
I got to find the perfect place
find
to
the
set
first
it down.
Got to find the perfect
I said
place.
too close here or too close here.
Foul back.
It's that magic RF energy.
Yeah, I'm telling you. 1-2 the count. Pitch. Low and in the dirt. 2-2 now the count. Ball will stay in play. If that was in the major leagues, they would have already thrown it to the dugout. I guess their budget for balls is a little bit more than the Ohio Valley League.
Slightly. Slightly.
Of course, that ball probably that in the major leagues that they threw out will probably reappear at some point.
I had a great deal going for a couple of years with the St. Louis Cardinals.
Mm-hmm. This one's hit and foul and out of play. Did they help supply you with baseballs?
They would send me their spring training batting practice ball.
Okay.
Couple of cases of
right.
them.
Yeah.
Which looked to me like gamers.
Yeah,
I mean, they looked like the game we were going to start with.
Oh, yeah.
They were throwing them away.
Here's one hit into left field. Left fielder going back. It's over his head. And Laurent's going to be in with a double. Nice hit. 2 hits here in the inning.
Nice hit.
As Eli Laurent with his 4th hit of the season. This one's a double.
I think that ball got into the sun on
I think so, too, yeah. They're not used to playing in the sun since we've had all the rain and the clouds and the...
True. Well, and at his home field,
right
field is the sun field.
Yeah, that's true.
Left field is not.
Yeah.
So... It's just the way he drifted. He was just drifting instead of running.
Sure. Here's the pitch. Inside for a ball. This is Evan Cardwell. Has a 100 batting average, 3 hits. He can get on. We'll be back to the top of the order. Hoppers lead it 1-0. They put 1 on the board so far here in the inning. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be low for a ball. So 2-0 now the count with 2 outs. Now time is called. Pitching coach is going to come out. I wanted to say he's seen something that he wants to try to address right now.
Evidently.
Early going, yeah. 2-0 the count with a runner at second. He spent a lot of time on that pitch paying attention to the runner at second base.
Yeah.
Of course, you got to pay attention. You don't want him running on you. You got to at least try to hold him as much as you can. Hoppers will be on the road at Madisonville tomorrow night. Cardwell, foul. He's barely got that one, but it was enough to go foul. Pitching coach for Henderson will come out and pick that one up. 2-1 the count. There's the pitch. Outside for ball 3. So 3-1 now the count with 2 outs. Hoppers have a runner at second. That is Laurent on the double. Already a run in to make it 1-0. So we play here in the bottom of the second inning. Here's the pitch. And this one's going to be hit, and it's a base hit. They are going to send the runner. Nope, he's going to go back, and that's looked like that was a wise. I mean, the ball went up the first base side, but
Fielder's not playing very deep. So
yeah,
it's a good throw. He'd had trouble.
Base hit, so that's 3 hits there in the inning so far, and Cole Reynolds, 279 hitter with 12 hits on the season, will come to the plate. He grounded out to first to begin the ball game. Brew with the pitch, and this one's foul, and watch out, food trucks.
That's a tougher one for
trailers,
the food trucks.
yeah.
It barely cleared the dugout.
Yeah. Yeah, that one will definitely wake you up if it hits your trailer, especially if you're not anticipating it.
But they're listening to the broadcast.
I hope so,
they
yeah.
are.
Here's the pitch. This is hit into left, and it's going to be caught by the left fielder. I think the sun right now is causing them a little bit of problems. It's not causing Owen Hutchison any problems because he's in left.
He's done
and he's made some nice plays, and so did Brady Gable. So in that inning, it's a line out to left, by the way. So in the inning, there were 3 hits for the Hoppers. They scored 1 run. There was 1 error, and they left 2 on base. They've left 3 on base through 2 innings. We play 2 complete as we check the car connection of Hopkinsville. Scoreboard, it's Hoptown 1 and Henderson nothing. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
When it comes to powering your farm and fueling your success, Southern States has you covered. From high-quality seed, fertilizer, and crop protection to reliable fuel delivery and lubricants, they're your one-stop partner for productivity in the field and efficiency at the pump. Southern States is proud to serve the farming communities with expert service and trusted products. Visit your local Southern States store today. With
I have to use an extension for his headset to make it fit over there. So I'm thinking this is probably unshielded or something. So I'll bring another one.
That may be
for next time.
Get a little bit of shield, and well,
yeah.
Take your phone, lay it right there, and see what happens.
Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community. And
I don't know.
No, it's a difference in phones.
Difference in phones, yeah.
Like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Ask Raymond Nelson Insurance, 3205 Lafayette.
At least we know what it is.
Correct.
I don't have to worry about it. I know what it is.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Welcome back to the Chick-fil-A broadcast booth as we get set for the top of the 3rd inning. It will be the top of the lineup for the Henderson Flash. Second place team in the league right now behind Full Count Rhythm. Matter of fact, Henderson and Fulton are tied at 4.5 games behind Full Count Rhythm.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's a tale of 2 halves this year.
Yes.
That's the way it's played out so far.
Here's the pitch to Hunter Vaughn, and it's a ball. Yeah, and a good portion of the games have already been played. We're in July 1st and basically have 3 weeks left of the regular season.
All right.
1-1 the count.
Just amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes by pretty quick.
It does go by quickly. every day, and then you're done.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1-2 now the count.
It's a great experience for these guys.
Oh, yeah.
To grind just a little bit. If they have aspirations to play at the next level, then this is what it's like. I mean, it's every day. You love baseball.
You know, a lot of these guys in the league are in the transfer portal. And so they're trying to have really good summers so that they can catch the eye of
improve their stock. So
right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's a little different than what we've seen in the past. Most guys are already committed to a school or know where they're going to play.
Right.
When they go back to school. But there are several that are in the transfer portal. I think we have several that are in the transfer portal. Here's one, just a slow roller to third, and he'll throw over, and it's in time. Bang, bang play there at first, but a good throw from Denton over to Scheidt.
He really reached out to touch that ball, just a slow roller, but man, he reached a long way across the plate to get it.
Nobody can see me, but if it was Major Leagues, they'd be doing this. They'd want that one reviewed.
They'd have some big earmuffs on their hand. Earmuffs.
That's right. They would want that one. They would want that one reviewed.
We'd all be standing around waiting,
That's right.
while the replay guy in the dugout looks at it.
Right. Batter now is going to be Colton Evans. He popped out to second back in the first inning of play.
You know, honestly, that's the only part of that I don't like.
Right.
No, if you want to challenge it, challenge it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. You got like 2 seconds to decide.
Right.
You know, what you think you saw, what happened, and if you want to review it, review it.
Kind of like the NFL when they look at 15 different angles. This one's fouled at the plate. 0-2 the count.
When the coach gets to study and look and run it back 3 or 4 times.
Sure.
Okay, now we'll say, yeah, we're going to challenge.
Yep.
That's the part I don't like.
I'm not in favor of anything that slows the game down, whether it's college or college is really bad. They have to do something. Foul ball.
Man.
So it stays 0-2.
But you're right, it does. It slows the game down. It gets the plays right, but it slows the game down, which is why I think if you're the manager and you really think that guy missed it, and you've got a base coach on each side, each corner.
Right.
Yeah, that can become one of his jobs. He's the guy who tells you if it did or didn't.
Here's one chopped to third and foul once again. Count stays 0-2. A lot of times the players will say, beg for them to.
All right, and they won't.
Yeah. Now you got to look. Somebody's got to be looking at that in the dugout. Here's one popped up, and it is going to drop. The right fielder tried to come in to make the play, but couldn't. But it's going to be a base hit for Colton Evans, his first hit of the season.
One of those C&I balls.
Yep. Keelan Sanders will now be the batter. 257 hitter. He walked back in the first inning of play. He'll step in. Sanders from Lee University. Throw over to first, but runner gets back. The pitch. Be a ball. So 1-0 the count. Joe Wilson will be back on Friday and Saturday. I'll be back on Sunday. John, are you joining me on Sunday?
I have penciled in my calendar on Sunday.
Aiden, I guess you'll be here, won't you?
Yes, sir.
All right.
What, Sunday?
Good deal.
Sunday.
No, I'll be in Orlando. In Florida.
Tough assignment.
well, we can have you watch TV. And watch,
Yeah, normally all the games I miss, I usually watch it on.
Yeah, there you go. 2-1 the count now. John and I will be here, and fitting that that is Rotary night.
That's true, it is, isn't it? Rotary night. And I missed Friday night, which was Military Appreciation Night.
Right,
So I missed that. Sorry.
3-0 the count. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike.
And I'm guessing by all the shirts, this is Charlie Henderson night.
It is Charlie Henderson State Farm Insurance night, yeah.
I saw them coming in, and I'm like, wow.
Yep. Cups with the peanuts and the T-shirts.
Gotcha.
Here's the pitch, and it's a ball.
Just a little inside.
Yeah. Kind of looked like a curveball, maybe.
Yeah, that was a curveball.
Was it?
Yeah, it didn't get all the way across.
Yeah. I forgot Aiden's in front of the computer. Do you have replay capabilities there, Aiden, that you know of? Don't mess with it.
I'm not for sure, honestly. I mean, maybe there is, but I
don't mess with it. It's working right now. Don't mess with it. Pitch is in there for a strike to Hayden Jones. 362 hitter, 25 hits on the season. He was hit by a pitch in the first. One out, runners at first and second. Pitch is outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. You have Evans running at second and Sanders at first.
Evans is doing a lot of dancing out there.
Yep, kind of trying to distract the pitcher, Boswell, for the Hoppers. Here's the pitch, outside, ball 2. 2-1 now the count. We're in the top of the third inning. 1 out. The pitch, that's in there for a strike. That was a pretty pitch there.
That's pretty.
2-2 the count. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at first and second. Hoptown on top, 1-0. Runners go, and this is going to be sliced, and it will. It's foul. Whew. And that was close, too.
That was really close.
It was real close. So runners have to go back. And the count stays 2-2.
So Henderson playing a little hit and run here.
Yeah. Everybody did their job. He just didn't put the ball into play.
Yep.
Runners took off, and he was able to make contact. Another half an inch, and it would have been fair. Maybe an inch. May have been needed a little bit more. Here is the pitch from Boswell. Again, he looks back at second. And this is going to be popped up. Center fielder is there, gets underneath it, and makes the play. And now the runners have to get back. Good throw in. Nice throw from center field. That was, who's out in center field tonight? That's Aiden Butts. Good throw. He kept going back and going back. There's no wind tonight like it was the last time we were here. There was pretty brisk wind the last time we were here.
Yeah, just kind of the way he was drifting toward the scoreboard, so he was away from the field. Makes it harder to make that throw back to third, but it was an excellent throw. Hit the shortstop.
Pitch is a ball to Milan Obradovic. He popped out to second base in the first inning of play. Here's the pitch from Boswell, and it's a ball. 2-0 the count. Really good crowd tonight. I'm anxious to see the numbers. Both sides relatively full. Home side is full. It's in the shade. That's the one that fills up the most, or first.
First, yeah.
Popped up and out of play. 2-1 to count with 2 outs. But judging by the cars scattered throughout the complex here, pretty good crowd.
Good crowd. You're right.
You have to park from Glass Avenue.
I parked in the parking lot.
Did you? Okay, good.
Yeah. Sure did.
Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a ball. So 3-1 now the count to Obradovich.
Came down North Drive, and there were 2 spots.
There you go.
One of them was mine, obviously.
Yeah. Had your name on it. They were waiting for you.
Yeah, somebody was.
Here's the pitch from Boswell, and this one's going to be hit to the shortstop, underhand to second, but he's safe, so everybody is aboard. Give him a base hit there or fielder's choice. Aiden.
Man, that's tough.
He didn't handle it cleanly.
No, he didn't. I mean, that's
no.
If he fields it cleanly, it's definitely, you're at least getting one there.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say error, honestly.
Okay. All right. We'll do that.
And I'm with Aiden on this one.
All right. E6. Brady Gable. He flied out to left in the second. Pitching coach comes out to talk to Boswell.
Yeah, the only unknown part of that ground ball is you don't know what kind of spin it has to come off that, come off the grass and hit the dirt.
Right, exactly.
But it was hit right to him, so it's
yeah.
Like,
The meeting on the mound is complete. We're ready to go. 2 outs. Bases are loaded. Hoppers with a 1-0 lead. Here is the pitch from Boswell. This one is popped into left, and the left fielder camps underneath it, makes the play for the out. So Henderson threatens in the top of the 3rd inning of play, but Boswell works himself out of a jam. There was no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 3 left on base. And we go to the bottom of the 3rd. As we check the U-Haul of Hopkinsville scoreboard, it's Hoptown 1, and Henderson 0. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
The Hoptown Hoppers and Sunflower make a great combination. The Hoppers provide excitement on the baseball field. Sunflower scores are their winning team of self-rising flour for baking biscuits and cakes. Self-rising cornmeal mix for great cornbread, plus sunflower grits. See the Hoppers home games and see the Sunflower Twins. Sunflower self-rising flour, sunflower self-rising cornmeal mix, plus sunflower grits. And your
I got it.
on your table.
Oh.
Sunflower, for mighty fine baking every time.
It took me a minute to catch up.
Oh, yeah.
What's that? Look, okay.
Hi, this is Hopper Carson Tucker from Murray, Kentucky. Please join me in thanking our season sponsors, the Hopkinsville YMCA, the City of Hopkinsville, Christian County Government, Sunflower Photography.
You're just always a radio station manager, aren't you?
I am.
Maddox Go Hoppers.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Back at Colonel Field, a good inning for Boswell as he was able to work out of that jam, and Henderson leaves them loaded. That is now 6 they have left on base through 3 innings of play for Henderson.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Get that number up in 10-12. That'd be all right.
That would be all right, yeah.
That'd be all right.
Coming to the plate now for the Hoppers is going to be the first baseman, Connor Scheidt. 200 hitter on the season, 13 hits. He struck out in the first. He bats left. going to say he's a Johnny Cash fan. That's his walk-up music. A song obviously he recorded but was not released until after his death.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Okay. It must have been closely after, because that's...
Yeah. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. And this one's hit right. Oh, and it's scooped up by the shortstop over to first in time. The pitcher threw his glove up the reflex and thought if he could have tipped it, where it would change the direction of that ball, because the shortstop was coming towards second. So he makes the play for out number 1, and Miles Denton, 278 hitter, the third baseman, will come to the plate for the Hoppers here in the bottom of the third. He walked back in the first. First pitch is a ball. Here's the pitch. And this is going to bounce off the plate and the catcher. Ball 2. And time is called. Going to go and get the foul ball. Or the ball that got away. I don't think it was hit at all.
No, it bounced off the...
Yeah.
He either hit the catcher's shin guard or the umpire's shoe.
Yeah.
Right there.
Here's the pitch, and this one's hit up the middle, and it's going to be a base hit for Denton. His 11th hit of the season. And Bruce Weish, who grounded out 1-3 back in the first, a 667 hitter, will come to the plate. He's new to the Hoppers. I think this is only like his second game. His 2 hits. He is from, I believe I said North Carolina A&T. That is the case. McDonough, Georgia is where he calls home. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be a ball. Owen Hutchison, who had a base hit in the second, is on deck. Throw over to first, but the runner gets back. Plenty of time. Pitcher looking at first. He's left-handed, so that makes that look easy. The pitch is a strike. 1-1 the count. Kind of easy to keep an eye on the guy at first when you're left-handed.
That is correct. Because when you come set, you're looking right at him.
Yep. Here's the pitch. He holds the bat, and it's a ball. So 2-1 count now.
Where'd you say Mr. Weish is from?
He is from McDonough, Georgia, North Carolina A&T.
Okay.
Is his college. They'll throw over to first. Runner gets back. Doesn't have a very large lead. I guess about average.
Right. He's got 3 steps maybe.
And here's one hit right up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. And station-to-station baseball. A couple of singles back-to-back. And the batter's going to be Owen Hutchison, who had a single back in the second. Runners now at first and second.
Well, if we'd had a right-handed pitcher, he would have stopped the ball.
Right.
I'm not saying he would have caught the ball.
Right.
But he would have stopped
At least
it.
knocked it down.
When he comes over that away.
Right. Here's the pitch. And this is foul. Owen won the count. Hoppers on top, 1-0. Brew looks in. Now he looks back at second. And the pitch, swing and a miss by Hutchison. Makes it 0-2. Here's the pitch. Foul tip. Count remains 0-2 with 1 out. Runners at first and second.
All right. You want a little umpire technicality here?
Yes, please.
That's a foul ball.
Uh-huh.
A foul tip is where the catcher catches it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, foul ball. Gotcha. Thank you.
Small technicality.
Yeah. And did he go around?
Yeah.
Yep, he did. That's a strikeout. Zach Hampton, who struck out back in the second, will come to the plate. He is from Corpus Christi, Texas. Will be attending University of Mary Hardin Baylor. Has a Hopkinsville connection. Keith and Holly Hampton's nephew. It's Keith's brother's son.
Oh.
Here's the pitch. Outside. Ball 1. Hoppers with runners at first and second. Zach, a .333 hitter. Just got here, so he hasn't been in many games for the Hoppers. Pitch is a strike. 1-1 the count. Brew looks back at second. And he comes to the plate. This is going to be foul. Again in the area of the food trucks. Or trailers. I think there's a trailer over there too. I think El Papi's trailer is over there.
Ah, that's right.
One, two, the count, 2 outs. Runners at first and second for the Hoppers. And that's ball 2.
Deuce is wild.
Yep. 2-2 the count now.
2 ball, 2 strike, 2 out, 2 on.
Brew will come to the plate with this pitch, and it's low and in the dirt. Runners will move up now, and it's a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runners now at second and third. Brew with the base open now. Here is the 3-2 pitch, and it is strike 3. Got Hampton looking. So 2 strikeouts, 2 hits in that inning. So the Hoppers with no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 2 on base. We have played 3 at the end of 3 as we check the U-Haul of Hopkinsville scoreboard. It's Hoptown 1 and Henderson nothing. We're back after this, listening to Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Join All Clean Services and the Hoptown Hoppers on Friday, July 11th for the annual Jersey Off Their Back auction benefiting the Rotary Playground Project. These special game jerseys will be worn one night only and auctioned off during game hours, with all proceeds helping create a safe, inclusive playground for children with abilities. Bidding starts at $50. Visit the All Clean Services tent or call in your bid to 270-305-4350 from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Let's make a difference. Bid high, give big, and help build a playground where every child belongs.
Jenny Stewart Health. Experience makes the difference.
Dr. Mackenzie Denton has joined Jenny Stewart Family Health, passionate about health promotion and preventative care within the pediatric, adult, and geriatric population. Dr. Denton plans to provide her patients with high-quality care. Visit jennystewarthealth.org or call 270-887-6565 to schedule an appointment.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Back at the Chick-fil-A broadcast booth, Jeff Sisk along with John Bruce and Aiden Jones. Of course, we're on Hopper TV as well as 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com. Last night I flipped over Aiden and all I saw was a tarp with a second game. Did you make the trip to Fulton?
Yep.
Yep.
Last night was my first night back commentating.
Okay. This is going to be Jackson Pruitt, the second baseman. Grounded out 6-3 back in the second as we play here in the top of the fourth. 119 hitter on the season. I'll tell you a little bit about Mr. Pruitt here. He's from LSU Eunice. They have several players on their roster from LSU Eunice. Pretty good program. Very, very, very good program. Won several national championships, I believe.
Yes, sir. JD's had a long relationship with them.
Oh, okay.
The coach from Henderson.
Right.
He's had a long relationship with them. So I won't say they've had people every year, but it's pretty close.
Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. So Jackson Pruitt walks, and Peyton Giles, who walked back in the second, the DH, will come to the plate for Henderson. One to nothing in favor of the Hoppers. Here's a pitch. And it's a strike. 0-1 the count. The pitch. Curveball strike. 1-1 now the count. The pitch. And here's one hit into left center. Left fielder on the run. Center fielder makes the play. Good job there by Aiden Butts, who made that play. Covered a lot of ground to make that one.
Yes, he did. And he kind of caught it in stride, so good job.
One out now, and Drew Eisenberg will be the batter, right fielder. He lined out to left in the second inning of play. 120 hitter on the season. Throw to first. Runner gets back. 73 pitches now for Boswell here in the top of the fourth.
Well, the lead Pruitt was taken. He only has one stolen base. So.
Yeah. Outside. 1-0. Boswell will look over it first. He's going to go. They're going to throw over to first. The runner gets back.
Just a little reminder that he's over there.
Yeah, sure. See if you can catch him leaning towards second.
Correct.
Here's the pitch, and that's a strike. 1-1 now the count. With one out. One to count with one out. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. They will throw down to second, and they say they got him. Yeah, good throw from Scheidt. And covering the bag was the second baseman, Hampton for the out. So now 2 outs. So they erase the base on balls.
He just looked like he was thinking about it.
Right. Pitches the ball. 2 balls and a strike now to Drew Eisenberg. Here's the pitch, and this one's fouled back. He fought that one off because it looked like it was really close to his hand. The small part of the barrel of the bat, I guess the handle of the bat, not the barrel, but the handle of the bat. 2-2 the count, 2 outs, and that one's high for ball 3. So 3-2 now.
Long shadows now.
Yeah, 1-0 now. Pitch, high, ball 4. So 2 walks in the inning, and the batter's now going to be Hunter Vaughn. 0 for 2 on the night. The .304 hitter, 17 hits on the season.
Let's see, that was Satterfield that just walked. He has 5 stolen bases.
Okay.
Has not been caught stealing.
Okay.
And he's got a good lead. We'll see.
1-0 the score. Count is 1 ball, no strikes to Vaughn. They'll throw over to first, but Eisenberg gets back.
Third base coach Henderson's playing a little cat and mouse game here.
Pitch, oh, that one's inside. They say it hit him.
Yep.
Yeah. Really, all it has to do is get your jersey. It doesn't really have to hit you.
Yeah.
As long as it hits you, if it hits your jersey.
I didn't really know that was a rule until it happened to me last year. It was I think it was the region semifinal.
Okay.
I got called on to pinch hit, and coach told me to get up in the box.
Right.
And I did. And I kind of sold it. It hit me in my jersey, but I kind of played it off like it hit me in the ribs.
Right.
Well, your uniform was hurting.
Yeah, the uniform was hurting.
Your uniform was screaming that he got hit. This is Colton Evans. Base hit back in the 3rd, and the pitch to him is a strike. Eisenberg now at second, Vaughn at first for Henderson. The pitch, runners go, and this is,
he swung.
Oh, he did swing, but he did not make contact.
No contact.
So runners move up on the pass ball. So the count now is 0-2 with 2 outs, and a big pitch here for Boswell. Again, he worked out of a bases loaded jam back in the 3rd. They're now runners at second and third. As Eisenberg moves up to third, Vaughn to second. Here's Boswell, and the pitch. It's out in front of the plate, but it goes foul.
Good job by the catcher right there.
Just to leave it alone.
Just leave it alone. It's going to foul.
Yep.
Let it go.
Leave it alone. You're taking a gamble there. Of course, the runner's not going to come home with the ball right there. With the ball right there. But it's a good play, though, just to let that go and hope that it does roll foul.
Then you pick it up as soon as it does.
Sure. 0-2 the count. 2 outs. And he's barely got that one, I think.
Yep. Foul ball there at the plate.
Yep. I think he fouled it off his knee the way he's grimacing there. 0-2 the count. Not much padding on your knee there. And you've got it bent.
Yeah.
You're just asking to be hit. Here's the pitch. And this is hit back to the pitcher. He's got it, throws to first in time for the out, and Boswell for the second straight inning gets out of a jam as that one goes 1-3. So in the inning, there were no hits in the inning. He walked 2 and hit 1. So in that inning, there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and he left 2 on base. We go to the bottom of the fourth as we check the U-Haul of Hopkinsville scoreboard. It's Hoptown 1 and Henderson County nothing. Henderson nothing. We'll be back after this timeout. You're listening to Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com. That's the first time I've seen Henderson twice now. That's the first time I did that. Joe and them did it a lot the other night. Joe did it a lot the other night. Yeah, put the county on there. That's my high school calling coming out there.
With the best access in downtown Hopkinsville, stop by and see the great things you can expect at Planters Bank, including downtown Hopkinsville drive-through banking and ATM. Expect great things at Planters Bank. Equal housing opportunity and member FDIC.
July, celebrate independence from sleepless nights at Herb Hayes Furniture and Mattress. Right now, save $500 on Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattresses, including Pro Breeze, Lux Breeze, and Active Breeze models, designed to keep you cool all night long. Get up to $200 off select Sealy mattresses, and Serta has savings on their Perfect Sleeper collection, up to $425 off. It's time to sleep cooler, deeper, and better. But hurry, these savings end soon.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Leading off now for the Hoppers, it's the bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9. Aiden Butts. He grounded out 4-3 in the second, but he was able to push across the lone Hopper run to this point. And here's a shot down third. Between the bag and the third baseman, it's at least a single, and the ball is thrown in real quickly by the left fielder. So it's going to be a long single for Aiden Butts here in the bottom of the fourth.
Well, it's a good play by the left fielder. He got over there very quickly, cut it off. That ball gets down the line on him. He'll still be running.
Yeah, sun is basically back behind the trees now behind us, so the entire field is in the shade. Or I guess the darkness of the night that is setting in. Lights are on. Oh, and 1 the count to Laurent. And this is foul. He had a double back in the second. And he is now in the hole 0-2. Ball high for a ball, so 1-2. I don't know if my eyes are deceiving me, but the light standard out in center right or right center field has several lamps out.
Yes, it does.
At least 3. I can't really see the other 2 the way they're angled, but it doesn't appear that they're on.
Yeah, 3 on the right side there and 2 up on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, maybe you can climb up there after a while and change it.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. I've seen you do things.
I'll just shimmy right on up there. Why not? I'll do that in between innings. Won't be a problem. 1-2 the count as they throw over to first. I can stand under it and tell you which ones are out. Here's the pitch. It's a foul. 1-2.
Everybody has their job to do.
Yeah.
See, that would be yours.
I've been about 10 feet up our AM tower to get to the lighting box, and that was because I had to, or I needed to. And that's about it. That's the extent of my climbing. My days of climbing trees were long gone. 2-2 the count now. Do good to climb up into the bed. Let alone the light pole out in out in right field. Here's his pitch, his swing back, foul. 2-2 the count. Hoppers on the road at Madisonville tomorrow night. Full count in here on Friday, Paducah on Saturday, and Fulton on Sunday, and Henderson back here on Monday. So 4 straight home games. It's actually 5, but there's a day off and a strikeout there for Laurent. Swing and a miss. 4th through the 9th, the Hoppers are at home with an open date on the 8th.
Okay.
Unless that's going to be needed for one of their road games that was rained out. They go back to Fulton on the 12th. That's the only other time they go back to Fulton. So I would imagine they'll try to finish the game last night and then play the regularly scheduled game when they go back on the 12th.
That would probably be the most appropriate way to do it.
Right.
How many innings left in the game?
I'm not sure how many they played, to be honest.
Okay.
I want to say 2 or 3, maybe 2.
Okay.
And I'm assuming they'll just pick it up for that point because they suspended the game.
Yeah, it's a halted game, then they'll pick it up from that point.
Here's a foul again over. Oh, no, the netting got it this time.
And then they'll play the second game as a 7 inning.
Yeah, right.
7 inning game. So it makes your drive to Fulton worthwhile.
Yeah.
You get to see like 14 innings.
Right. Evan Cardwell, the batter. 1-1 the count. And that's a ball. 2-1 now the count. One the count with 1 out. And they'll throw over. And the runner is back safely.
You could be a travel agent. You go have a late lunch in Murray on the way, and then go in and watch the games.
Right.
And then be home shortly after midnight.
Yeah, that's not bad. Here's one hit into right. Right fielder goes back. He's underneath it, makes the play for out number 2.
And seriously, if you've never watched a game at Fulton, it is an interesting ballpark.
Sure.
Just to watch a game from.
Play off the net.
Because it plays differently.
Yeah, it does. Play off the net.
I think Fulton hit 2 or 3 homers last night.
Did they?
And they would not be they probably would have went probably about half, like.
Right. Just beyond where the second and first baseman are. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
All you got to do is hit a tower and fly ball, and it's going to go.
This is Cole Reynolds, 0 for 2 on the evening. And the first pitch to him is a ball.
Well, the hit we just saw to right field, that would have been in the net.
Right.
Yep.
So, he's on.
Throw over to first. Runner gets back.
And if you hit one out to dead center field, you are a man.
Yeah, Miles didn't hit one to the left center gap. That's it's way out there.
I don't remember. I would not be surprised at 420, 425. It's a long way.
The pitch, runner goes down to second, and he gets underneath the tag. So a stolen base for Aiden Butts. Good throw, just was able to get underneath the tag. One 0 the count. Brew outside.
I was just checking
Ball
myself.
2.
That's Aiden's first stolen base.
Is that right?
In the league.
Good job.
So.
Now we've got a time here.
But back to the Fulton thing, I really feel like they definitely practiced on that, hitting it that way. There was the lefties and the righties. They were just abusing the net last night. If they weren't hitting that, they were hitting it right on the net.
You know, you look at their roster and it's heavily left.
Yeah.
A lot of time, left-handed batters.
And I can see why.
Let's see.
They play half their games in that stadium.
Correct.
So you want to play to your strength.
Yeah.
Right.
Hitting it into that net gives you a base hit. I mean, that's just all you got to do is hit it into the net. And the other part is visiting teams have to be aware if you don't hustle to first base, the right fielder will throw you out.
Right.
And it's almost like no matter how many times you tell people that, they really don't get it until it happens.
Right. 3-0 the count now to Reynolds. Butts at second base for the Hoppers. 1-0, Hoptown on top. And ball 4. So 2 runners on now, and the batter is going to be Connor Scheid. He's due for one here. He's due. 200 hitter, 13 hits, 0 for 2 tonight.
Henderson has activity in the bullpen there.
Yep.
So I get a feeling this is going to be his last batter.
Right. 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch, and consider that a wild pitch. So the runners will advance.
I'd say that's a wild pitch. Or as he said, just a bit outside.
Runners move up to second and third now, so that's going to put Butts at third, Reynolds at second.
I watched that movie just a few days ago.
Yeah. Here's the pitch. And here is a base hit, which will score at least one. They're going to send the other, and he will score as well. So a single, I told you he was due.
Yep.
Base hit,
Just
2
look at that.
RBI, yeah. And it's now 3-0, and as you called it, John,
there you go.
That's it. Got to make a change because this is the second visit to the mound. So that's all for Alex Brew tonight. We're going to take a break. We'll come back and tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. Your score as we play here in the bottom of the 4th, it's Hoptown 3 and Henderson 0 as we check the car connection of Hopkinsville scoreboard. Back after this, you're listening to Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
At Penny Ryle Electric, empowering you is at the center of all we do. Penny Ryle Electric's mission is not just to provide reliable service at competitive rates. It's also finding innovative ways to keep our members and employees safe, promote economic development, create a well-trained workforce, and to educate you to help you save on utility costs. Penny Ryle Electric, enhancing your quality of life since 1937.
Excuse me, it's 99 cents. Can we have a word?
I do have a quick moment.
Is it true you're performing in our area?
I'm currently appearing at all Max's convenience shops for 99-cent fountain drinks, any size, anytime.
Any size?
Yeah, I don't find him.
Any size.
Oh, he's not in on here?
99-cent fountain drinks. Any
He's on
size,
here.
Anytime.
This is Max Arnold.
Ace
This is
Hansen.
your personal invitation
Okay.
to visit my family store. I guarantee you'll get service
Number
to the max
11?
every time.
Yes, sir. For you.
Well, I've got a Anderson at number 11. See?
Whether you're shopping for an engagement ring or you just need a little something for a birthday gift,
Go to
Jay
pitching,
Trucker
John.
Jewelry can help you find
Okay.
just what you're
Sorry
looking
about that.
for.
Ah,
With
there
our wide
Yeah.
selection of jewelry and gift
Anderson.
items.
Yeah.
And of course,
It's only
gift wrapping
pitched
is
a
always
third of
free.
an inning.
We're open
But over
Monday
here,
through Friday, 9:30 to
it's Ace
5:30,
Hansen.
and Saturday from 9 until
Oh,
2.
yeah.
Or shop
Okay.
online by visiting our website at jtruckerjewelry.com. Jay Trucker Jewelry,
Yeah, I don't know.
909 South Main Street in the heart of historic downtown Hopkinsville.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes
We'll see what
so
Game Changers call
complicated?
says.
Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your
Who
home
it is.
doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
Ask Raymond Nelson Insurance, 3205 Lafayette Road in Hopkinsville, if auto owners make sense for you.
is Hanson.
This is Colby Webb from Arkansas Tech University. We
Ace
would not have
Hanson.
Hoppers baseball without the following businesses. Please support our season sponsors: United Southern Bank, Edgewood Baptist Church, Lincoln Real Estate and Development, and Smiley Enterprises, Southern States, Legacy Real Estate, and McAfee Electric. Thank you, and go Hoppers.
This is Hoptown Hoppers baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Ace Hanson is the pitcher for Henderson. No numbers on him, so we assume that this is his first outing. And the batter is Miles Denton for Hoptown. He fouls this one down the third base side. The runner at first is the responsibility of Alex Brew. With 2 outs, and this is right above the head. Kind of had to squat down to get out of the way from that one.
Got to learn to take that bat with him, too.
1-1 the count, yeah. 1-1 the count with 2 outs. 3-0 Hoppers. This one's knocked outside, a pitch outside. And it's 2-1 the count. Two and one with 2 outs. Pitch. Ball 3. 3-1 now the count. This is a right-handed pitcher, so he looks over his shoulder at first, and it's ball 4. So he walks Denton. And the Hoppers now with runners at first and second. And Bruce Weish, a base hit back in the third. Coming into the ball game, he had a .667 average. It's not like the second or third game that he's played.
Right. But if he keeps hitting the ball like he's hitting it,
right,
he'll keep it up there pretty high.
Oh, yeah. Inside for a ball. On deck is Owen Hutchison. Here's the pitch. And here is one hit into left, right in front of the left fielder. And everybody's going to move up a base. So a base hit. And now the bases are loaded with 2 outs. And Owen Hutchison, who had a base hit back in the second, struck out in the third. 1 for 2 coming to the plate for the Hoppers. Pitcher is set. He'll come to the plate. And a swing and a miss on the high fastball. 0-1 the count now to Hutchison. Here's the pitch. Inside, 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. 3-0. Hoppers have put 2 on the board here in the bottom of the 4th. Bases are loaded now. Nowhere to put Hutchison. The pitch, and it's high and outside. Ball 2. Two and 1. The pitch, swing and a miss. 2-2 now the count with 2 outs. Like the jerseys the Hoppers are wearing tonight. They're red, but the short sleeves are, are black, and they have the player's number on the left side. And this is popped up, and Hanson will get out of it as he gets Hutchison to pop out to third base. So in the inning, the Hoppers with 1, 2, 3 base hits. 3 hits, they score 2 runs, no errors, and they leave 3 on base. The Hoppers have now left 8 on base through 4 innings of play. Little high number there.
That's adding up.
That's adding up. It sure is. As we check the Car Connection of Hopkinsville scoreboard, it's Hoptown 3 and Henderson nothing. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Jenny Stewart Health.
New pitcher for the Hoppers.
Dr. Mackenzie Denton has joined Jenny Stewart Family Health, passionate about health
Cade
promotion and
Steiner
preventative care within the pediatric, adult, and geriatric population. Dr. Denton plans to provide her patients with high-quality care.
302.
JennyStewartHealth.org
302.
or call 270-887-6565 to schedule an appointment.
The Hoptown Hoppers and Sunflower make a great combination. The Hoppers provide excitement on the baseball field. Sunflower scores with their winning game of self-rising flour for baking biscuits and cakes. Self-rising cornmeal mix for great cornbread, plus sunflower grits. See the Hoppers home games and see the Sunflower Twins. Sunflower self-rising flour, sunflower self-rising cornmeal mix, plus sunflower grits at your grocers and on your table. Sunflower, for mighty fine baking every time.
Hi, this is Evan Cardwell from Spring Hill, Tennessee. We would not have Hoppers Baseball without the following businesses. Please support our season sponsors: Newark Fellowship, White's Auto Mall, Jenny Stewart Health, Hopkinsville Rotary Club, the WHOP family of stations, and Optimize You. Thank you, and go Hoppers.
You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm, WHOP HD2 Hopkinsville, and online at 953thefarm.com.
The batter here in the top of the 5th inning of play is going to be Kellen Sanders. He's walked twice tonight, so he doesn't have an official at bat. 0-1 the count to him. Now make it 0-2. We'll give you numbers on Boswell here as his night is complete. That's swing and a miss for strike 3. They will have to throw down the first, though, to complete the out. So tonight, Boswell pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 hit, no runs, none earned. He did not strike out anyone, and he walked 5. But the 5 walks did not come back to hurt him. .302 our attendance here tonight. 302. A good crowd tonight on this Tuesday. The batter now is Hayden Jones, third baseman. Hit by a pitch in the first and popped out to center in the third. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch, and it's in there for a strike. Good pitch for Cade Steiner. He plays at Jackson State Community College. Hometown is Clarksville, Tennessee. So I would imagine he gets to sleep in his own bed at night. I would imagine.
There's a chance.
Yeah. Here's the pitch. And it's ball 4. So a walk by Steiner. And the batter is going to be Milan Obradovic. Obradovic, the batter.
Bradovich from? LSU Eunice.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder where he is actually from.
Yeah.
Well,
does it say?
His name is from somewhere else.
Yeah, that's true.
He may not be.
Right. Go over to first. Good job by the first baseman as that kind of bounced to him. 0-1 the count. And here is one hit to left field. It's going to drop for a base hit. And there are now runners at first and second. And that ball was smacked.
A solid hit.
You could tell when it left the bat that it, and it just dropped right in front of the left fielder.
You hit the ball like that all the time, you will have a nice average to play for. Sometimes it'll get hit to somebody.
Right.
But by and large, it will fall in for you.
Brady Gable is the batter, number 6 hitter in the lineup, 280 on the season. That pitch is in there for a strike. We are in the top of the 5th inning of play. It's 3-0 in favor of the Hoppers. Looks back, now comes to the plate. The pitch here, this one's popped up as well. It's going to be in foul territory. Third baseman is there, makes the play for the out. Runners cannot advance. And what I like about that, you had 3 guys go for the ball, and your pitcher ran to third base to cover the bag.
Like he's supposed to.
Like he's supposed to, that's right.
Yeah. But you're right, and they hustled to get in place. That was the good part.
So 2 outs now in the inning. Runners at first and second. Pitch to Jackson Pruitt, who walked in the 4th, but then was caught stealing. Pitch to him is a ball.
Just the nice part about baseball is all the intricacies. The higher the level you play, the more intricacies you get. Covering, swapping.
Right. Here is one hit into left again, and you could tell when it left the bat, it's going to go all the way to the fence. 1 run will score. They're going to wave the other one across. He is going to score. And in there with a double and 2 RBIs is going to be Jackson Pruitt. And that double and 2 RBIs gets the Flash to within 1. It's now 3-2. And the batter's going to be Peyton Giles, the DH, with a runner at second base and still 2 outs.
And the second 2 outs, I guess we got a little activity in the Hoppers bullpen as well.
Yep, I can see caps anyway. They have a wooden, I guess, wall there. You cannot tell who is throwing. 0-1 the count to Giles here in the top of the 5th. Here's the pitch. And it's going to pass ball, is going to allow the runner to go to third. And it's 1-1. 1-1 with 2 outs. The tying run now at third base. Peyton Giles, the go-ahead run. If he can get 1 out. Here's the pitch. It's going to be low. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike with 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and this is popped up. And third baseman comes in, makes the play, and that'll do it in the inning. So, in the inning, there were 2 hits. So 2 hits, 2 runs scored, no errors, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th. New score as we check the U-Haul of Hopkinsville scoreboard. It's Hoptown 3, Henderson 2. Back after this timeout, you're listening to Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
When it comes to powering your farm and fueling your success, Southern States has you covered. From high-quality seed, fertilizer, and crop protection to reliable fuel delivery and lubricants, they're your one-stop partner for productivity in the field and efficiency at the pump. Southern States is proud to serve the farming communities with expert service and trusted products. Visit your local Southern States store today with 3 locations to better serve you. 1106 West 15th Street, in 5475 Canton Pike in Hopkinsville, and 2829 Hopkinsville Road in Cadiz.
Settled in to be a very nice evening.
Yes. It actually, the other night, I guess the last time I was here, which would have been Friday, it really cooled off. It never did rain. Rained around us, but it never did rain. But it was actually pretty pleasant.
HES, and the Hopkinsville Lions Cubs. Go Hoppers.
Feels like 84, it says.
Yeah. Can't beat that.
This is Hopper Chance Sweeney from Logan County, Kentucky. I'm excited to be in Hopkinsville as a member of the 2024 Hoptown Hoppers. Join me in thanking our season sponsors: Casey Jones Distillery, Hillcrest Baptist Church, Hop Fame and the EDC, TLT Boutique, Walmart DC 6066, and First Christians Church. Go Hoppers.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Welcome back to the Chick-fil-A broadcast table. 3-2 is our score. Hoptown on top. And leading off for the Hoppers here in this bottom of the 5th inning of play is going to be Zach Hampton. He struck out twice tonight. He's ahead of the batter right now, or the pitcher, I should say, at 2-0. As the first 2 have been balls.
Looking for his first hit of the night.
Yep. Here's the pitch, and that's outside for ball 3. So 3 straight balls thrown by Ace Hansen.
Okay. What's the next pitch?
It's going to be a strike.
Yep.
It's a fastball down the middle. It'll be a strike.
Oh,
no, it did maybe not. No.
Well, we got the fastball part right.
Yep. It was a little high and tight.
4-pitch walk. Off to a good start. Leadoff runner's on.
And Aiden Butts, who had a base hit back in the 4th inning of play. He picked up the RBI in the 2nd for the Hoppers' first run of the night. They lead it 3-2. As Hampton will lead off the bag at first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. As Mr. Hansen just reared back and let that one go. Clouds off in the distance, so we've got a little purple cast to them. Or lavender, maybe. Or pink.
I'll leave it to your color palette to decide.
They do have a color to them, correct?
They have color, yes,
yeah,
they do.
The clouds have color, right?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Some color.
Yeah.
Okay. Aiden, what do you think that is?
What's
hearing
causing the
pink.
color?
Yeah, no. What color do you see?
It looks like an orange.
Oh, okay.
Pink.
Now he's saying orange
pink.
pink.
It looks more pink though.
Yeah.
But I can see like a touch of orange in there.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
0-2 the count now.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just not good with my colors.
Yeah.
Well, there's only 256 available on the computer, so there you
go. Time is called. Runner at second. He took the base on a pass ball. So it's 1-2 the count. 3-2 the score. Hoptown on top. And a swing and a miss by Butts, and that's going to be the first out of the inning. And his first strikeout of the night.
Well, we missed something.
I guess we did. I guess so. My bad. So now they say it's 1-2. One and two the count. I guess I need to pay attention to the game and not the color of the clouds. That would be on me. Swing and a miss. That's strike three.
I know. We'll call my friend Bob Ross. And he'll explain to us what
He'll
it is.
explain what it is, yeah. 3-2 the score.
And paints with a 2 and a 4-inch brush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3-2 the score. Hoptown on top. Swing and a miss by Eli Laurent. A double back in the second. He struck out in the fourth. 0-1 the count.
Hey, smile. Smile. No, for real.
Here's the pitch. And it's in there for a strike. So 0-2 now the count. 0-2 with one out. Looking back at second. And the pitch. It's going to be a ball. So 1-2 now the count. With one out. Pitch. High. Ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He's pitching very carefully here.
Yep.
Slowed down a lot and pitching very carefully.
Strike three looking. 2 outs now in the inning. And the batter is going to be Evan Cardwell, the catcher for the Hoppers. They have a runner at second base. That is Hampton. Throw is high. One and 0 the count. Again, runner at second for Hoptown. Here's the pitch, and this is foul back. 1-1 the count now with 2 outs. That's pitch number 12. Yeah, they've got Henderson pitching, but I believe it's not the case. And the runner goes. Yeah, takes third. Stolen base. It's 27 pitches now for Ace Hansen. Two 2-1 the count, 2 outs, runner at third. And it's a ball. So now it's a 3-1.
A little harder to predict this one.
Yep. Runner at third. Ball 4. Second walk of the inning. And the batter's going to be Cole Reynolds, the shortstop. 0 for 2 on the evening. Again, a runner at third base for the Hoppers. Runner now at first.
So first and third with 2 out. You take the base?
Probably so, but you've got your catcher that's running. Not to stereotype catchers, but
well, yeah. Makes a difference.
But you take that chance of throwing down to second, the runner coming home to third, and the runner that's there is Laurent, and no, check it, that is Hampton, and he can move.
Take the delayed steal.
Yeah, that is true. 2-0 the count. Ball 3.
Uh-oh. It's 3-0.
Yeah, fastball.
Your leadoff hitter.
Yep.
You're going to make him stand there and watch a strike.
Time is called. As I think they're trying to discuss what they're going to do here if the runner does take off for second, I'm guessing. You wouldn't bunt here, would you?
Would I bunt? No, I wouldn't bunt here. I wouldn't bunt here, but I would certainly do the delayed steal.
Right.
I would do that. I might give my shortstop the opportunity to hit, hit and run too.
Sure.
I know it's 2 outs, you're not supposed to do that, but some unconventional things.
Here's the 3-0 pitch, and it's high for ball 4. So now the bases are loaded, and the batter is going to be Connor Scheid. He got the double back in the 4th. No, actually, he got a single, but he scored 2.
Right. Did a good job.
Yep.
Hit the ball hard.
I don't know if me saying he's due would work after he already has.
Well, he's still due.
He's still due, yeah. Okay. 3-2. Bases loaded. Ball's low. 1-0 the count. We play here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The pitch. High. Ball 2, 2-0 the count now. Nowhere to put him. Nothing but hoppers on the bags. And the pitch. And this gets away. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Run down.
Yep. Yep. And he is going to. He's out. They called him out. So Connor Scheid was at the plate when all that happened. And so out trying to come home on a pass ball, I guess.
Correct.
Wild pitch, yeah.
You call it pass ball.
Yeah.
And he tried to advance on the pass ball. Unable to do so.
Nope. Got caught.
Got caught.
All right, to end that inning for the Hoppers, there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. So that is now 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10. So they're averaging 2 an inning.
Ouch.
That number's getting high. We have played 5. Our score at the end of 5 as we check the U-Haul of Hopkinsville scoreboard. It's Hoptown 3 and Henderson 2. We're back after this time out. You're listening to Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
No matter what you've been through, all clean to the rescue.
Has your home or business suffered from water damage? How about fire damage to your home? Even if you just need the carpets cleaned, All Clean Services has you covered. All Clean takes pride in the work they do, assuring you quality service. Stop by the office Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 or call 270-889-9645. All Clean Services, 2414 Fort Campbell Boulevard in Hopkinsville.
Putting your world back together. All clean.
Whether it's Planters Bank's main campus in downtown Hopkinsville, Planters' investment in the latest electronic technologies, or their bankers eager to help you, Planters Bank provides the convenience and access to be the perfect financial partner. If you're looking for a bank with the best access in downtown Hopkinsville, stop by and see the great things you can expect at Planters Bank, including downtown Hopkinsville drive-through banking and ATM. Expect great things at Planters Bank, equal housing opportunity, and member FDIC.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
New pitcher for the Hoptown Hoppers, it's going to be John McGee on in relief. He's the third pitcher tonight for the Hoppers. They haven't closed out Steiner yet. Says he only pitched an inning. I think he pitched a little more than. Well, I guess he did pitch an inning. Yeah. 1 inning, 2 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. He struck out 1 and walked 1.
Yes, sir.
1-0 the count now to the batter. This is Drew Eisenberg, and it's now even at 1-1 as we play here in the top of the 6th. Eisenberg 0 for 1 in the contest. That pitch is a ball. 2-1 now the count. Strike. Yeah.
He brought it in another ball's width and got the strike.
Yep.
Almost the same place.
Right.
About a ball's width in.
2-2 the count now. And this one is a foul, third base side. Two-2 the count. 3-2 the score. Hoppers on top. They led 3-0 before Henderson put 2 on the board in the 5th. Here's one hit into left, and it is going to be caught. Another great play by the left fielder, Owen Hutchison, and that's like 3 of those tonight that he's done.
He's the cost of admission tonight. Holy cow, he's done well. The first one was right before I came on the air, but he's just, man.
Hunter Vaughn will be the batter. He's 0 for 2 in the contest. He's been hit by a pitch in the 4th. Grounded out in the 3rd and popped out in the 1st. Pitch is a ball. That's a strike. 1-1 now the count. Pitch is high for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And it's a little high. So the count now is 3 balls and a strike. Batter didn't think so as he made the move towards first base, Hunter Vaughn, but the count now is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And there's one hit to the second baseman. He'll throw to first in time for the out. Good play that time from Hampton to Scheidt. And there are now 2 outs here in the inning, and Colton Evans will be the batter. He has a base hit. He grounded out 1-3 in the 4th and popped out to the second baseman in the 1st. He is 1 for 3, and that is a strike. 0-1 the count. Here's a pitch and a swing and a miss. Strike 2. We are in the 6th. Pitch and foul. Again, John McGee on in relief for the Hoppers. Pitch, and here is one hit between left and center field. It's at least a single, and they're going to hold him to a single. Get the ball in quickly.
Center fielder roams right over there, picks up the ball, throws it in. Makes it look kind of routine, but that was still a good play.
Yeah. So now the batter is going to be Kalen Sanders. He's 0 for 1, a couple of walks. Runner goes, and they'll throw down, but the runner is in there safe.
That was a good throw.
It was a good throw and a good scoop there by Hampton.
He just had a tremendous jump to get going.
So the tying run now at second base with 2 outs. And the count is 1-0. Now make it 2-0 to Sanders. Here's the pitch. Inside. Ball 3.
Uh-oh. Here's the dreaded 3-0.
Yeah. 3-0.
But we've seen a couple of those go
right
the wrong way here.
Here's McGee. And it's ball 4. So runners at first and second, and the batter is going to be Hayden Jones, third baseman. And Jones has walked. He's been hit by a pitch, and he popped out to center. So he's 0 for 1 on the day. Here's one foul back. Oh, and 1 the count. Pitch, and this is foul. McGee is out in front of the hitter now at 0-2 the count to Jones. We're in the 6th. And that is low. 1-2 now the count, John.
I'm really trying to figure out what pitch McGee's throwing. You know, can you tell?
Not really.
No, not really. I can't.
Third baseman scoops it up. Oh, they say it's foul. Yeah.
I mean, it's honestly kind of tell. I mean, with a curveball, you can pick up spin, but I don't know.
But it's not. It's more sliding than.
If it's going more towards that way, it's a slider. But if it's going in and it's coming like that, and on the hitter's hand, it's probably a changeup.
But I can't see it. I can't see the difference out of his hand.
Yeah.
Which is good for the pitcher.
Yeah.
That's really good, but I can't see the difference.
This is gets away from the catcher. Runners will advance to second and third. So now the count's 2-2.
But it must have some movement because the catcher's having a little trouble with it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, just
2-2 the count. 2 outs. Pitch. Ball 3. Outside.
I don't know, maybe his fastball has some movement on it. Maybe it's moving like a cutter.
Yeah, that might be a little cutter action to it. It could be.
Just some pitcher's arm slots you just never.
And this is fouled back into the netting.
So it's a good release point. It's got a good design to it.
Yeah.
Because it makes it hard to read. If I'm having trouble reading it, they are too.
Yeah.
So.
Three and 2 the count. 2 outs. Runners at second and third. And here is one hit and on the run over the head of the center fielder, the right fielder. And 2 runs are going to score. And the runner gets into second with a double. So a double for Hayden Jones and 2 RBI. And Henderson is now on top at 4-3. As they put 2 runs on the board in back-to-back innings. And the batter is going to be Milan Obradovich. The pitch, runner goes, they throw down, and it's going to go into left field. They're going to send the runner. He'll come home, and he's safe. Throw was high in, and the run scores. So that now makes it 5-3 in favor of Henderson, as they've now scored 3 here in the inning. And the bases are empty now for Milan Obradovic. I think the count's 1-0.
I believe, yeah, one pitch.
So 1-0 the count, and this one's going to be foul now to play. 1-1 the count now. One and one the count with 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and it's a ball. 2-1 the count. And this one's hit to center field, and it goes over the center fielder's. I think he lost it.
He did.
Went over the center fielder's head, and that's a double. It looked like he was going to catch it, and then all of a sudden he just lost it.
He turned and started running.
Yep, and then, yeah. So back-to-back doubles for Henderson, and they have a runner at second base.
You know, it's all because you wouldn't climb up that pole and change
I know,
that light.
change that light, yeah. Brady Gable is the batter, and that may be all for John McGee. We'll see. As Coach Benny coming out to talk to him. And doing a little work on the pitching mound. Now he's going to talk. Is he going to make a change here, John?
No.
He hasn't made.
No.
Don't think so.
No, he's not.
I agree. He's not. No, this is a. All right, what are you doing?
It looks like they're trying to give the pitcher a little bit more time to get loose. That's what some coaches do.
Yeah, right.
They're giving the pitcher a little bit more time to get loose.
Home plate umpire's going to go out and see if he can speed this game along a little bit. And he does break them up.
Here we are with the, all right, one more batter because there's 2 outs.
Right.
He may not have told him that.
Right. Brady Gable is the batter. 0 for 3. Runner now at second base. That pitch is a strike. Gable is the 7th man to come to the plate here in this top of the 6th inning. Pitch, and it's going to be low for a ball, so 1-1 now the count. The pitch, and it's ball 2. 2-1 the count with 2 outs. Pitch, and this is hit to the third baseman. He will throw over in time for the out. So 5-3 on the out. 7 men come to the plate in that inning. There were 3 hits and 3 runs scored. So 3 runs on 3 hits and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning of play. Have a new score as we check the U-Haul of Hopkinsville scoreboard. Flash have the lead. They lead the Hoppers 5-3. Back after this, you're listening to Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
How many Henderson left on base?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Right now,
They've
save
left.
$500 on Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattresses, including Pro Breeze,
close.
Flex Breeze,
Yeah.
and Active Breeze models, designed to keep you
Pretty
cool all
close.
night long. Get up to $200 off select Sealy mattresses, and Serta has savings on their perfect
Yeah, they both
sleeper
have left 10
collection,
on
up to
base.
$425 off.
10
It's
on
time to
base.
sleep cooler,
Yeah.
deeper, and better.
See.
But hurry, these savings end soon.
New pitcher,
If you're like me, you're probably
Number
ready
30.
to unplug for a bit, right? If you're heading out on the road this summer,
they say
figure out
this is
electric has a
Evan
safety tip.
Bloomer.
Invest in motion-sensing outdoor lighting and programmable timers for the interior lighting of your home. Unplug unnecessary appliances and electronics. And when you check into your destination, look for overloaded outlets or the scent of overheated wires.
Wow.
If you find something,
A lot of closest to this
Anywhere
game.
Electric, wishing you an amazing and safe summer season.
Hi, this is Cody Jones from Fishers, Indiana. On behalf of all of the 2025 Hoptown Hoppers, I would like to say thank you to all of our fans, families, supporters, and especially our host families. We love the game of baseball, and we appreciate all of you helping us to pursue our baseball dreams. Once again, to all of Hopper Nation, thank you, and we hope to see you at the ballpark. Go Hoppers!
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Hopper's going to have to come from behind to win this one. Connor Scheid is going to be the batter, as he was at the plate when the Hoppers had a runner caught trying to come home in the rundown. So we play here in the bottom of the 6th inning. New pitcher, by the way. And his first pitch comes off the mitt of the catcher, goes to the backstop. This is Evan Bloomer. And the count is 1-0. Five to 3 in favor of Henderson, and a swing and a miss. Big swing and miss there for Scheit. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. That was a home run swing there.
He had intentions of hitting the ball.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Here's the pitch. Inside.
That was an Andrew Gross swing.
Yeah.
Mr. Bruce, I swing hard in case I hit the ball.
That's right.
It was a whale of a philosophy.
Yep. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 3. One of the best hitters I've seen in this league.
Oh, absolutely. He really
The numbers he put up that year.
Yeah.
It was 20-something home runs, wasn't it?
22 home runs
22.
in 40 games.
Yeah.
And especially if you consider he hit 6 of them the first week.
Right. Foul. He gets
Foul
a foul ball.
ball.
Foul ball.
And they continued to pitch to him.
Right.
There were a couple of guys who pitched around him a little bit, but by and large they pitched to him. But then again, you couldn't. It was the guy in front of him and the guy behind him.
Yeah.
Chase Schmitzu in front of him, Grant Robbins behind him.
Yeah, they were pretty good hitters too.
They were good hitters in themselves.
Yeah.
That's correct. They didn't have quite the power, but boy, they could hit the ball. And so consequently, you had 3 guys in a row.
Right.
You just can't pitch around them
No,
all.
can't pitch them all. Yeah.
Because the guys at the first 2 slots could still get on base.
Right.
So it was a whale of a team.
3-2 the count here. 5-3 in favor of Henderson. And this is popped up, and that's going to be out of play.
Coach Porras' second endeavor as a head coach.
Yeah. Here's Bloomer's pitch. 3-2. And this is hit into right field, but it's going to go foul. Near the Hopper bullpen.
Didn't he hit one of those earlier?
He did.
Yeah.
It just went foul.
It was a little closer to the foul line than that one.
Don't have heights for Evan Bloomer, but I would say over 6'1" or 2 at least.
Yeah.
Three-two count. Scheit looks and swings and misses. Second strikeout tonight for Scheidt, and Miles Denton will be the batter. One out here in the inning. Five to 3 is our score. Henderson on top. They've scored their 5 runs in the last 2 innings. Swing and a miss by Denton. And it's 0-1. Pitch, swing and a miss. That's just fastball.
It's just fastballs. Well, by pattern, we should score 3 this inning.
Right.
I think it was 0-1, 0-2, 0-3.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Got to keep up with the pattern.
Yep. Need some base runners.
That'll help.
Bloomer set, the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the inning. And the batter's going to be Bruce Weish. He's ready to go. He's in the box. Bloomer is set. And he comes with the fastball once again, but it's going to be high for a ball. Here's a pitch from Bloomer, and this one's foul back. 1-1 now the count. Owen Hutchins on deck. Here is the pitch from Bloomer. And did it get him? I think it did. They call foul ball. It appeared that it got his thigh. Now Coach Benny's going to come down. So the count now is 1-2. One and two the count. 2 outs. The pitch. He holds up. And the count 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 5-3 the score in favor of Henderson. Bloomer is set. Comes with a fastball. This is hit to the shortstop. A long throw, and it's in time. Good play deep in the hole for the shortstop for Henderson. That was Hunter Vaughn making that play. For the first time tonight, a team has gone down in order. 1, 2, 3.
Really?
Yeah. First time tonight. We go to the bottom of the 6th in that inning for Hoptown. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We have played 6 at the end of 6 as we check the car connection of Hopkinsville scoreboard. It's Henderson 5 and the Hoppers 3. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Hoptown Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Excuse Excuse me, it's 99 cents. Can we have a word?
Well, I do have a quick moment.
Is it true you're performing in our area?
I'm currently appearing at all Max's
first one,
convenience
two,
shops
three, huh?
for 99 cents
Wow.
fountain drinks. Any size, anytime.
Any size, any time?
Any size, anytime.
99
Yes,
cent
sir.
fountain drinks. Any size, any time.
This is Max Arnold. This is your personal invitation to visit my family store. I guarantee you'll get service to the max.
Fuel for you. Fuel
Yeah,
for
these
your
chairs are
Max's convenience shop.
comfy, but
Whether
after
you're
you sit in
shopping
them
for an
long enough,
engagement
they're
ring
no
or you
longer
just need a
comfy.
little something for a birthday gift.
Yeah,
Jay's Record
that's a
Jewelry
good way
can
to
help
put
you
it.
find just what you're looking
I'm
for.
very appreciative
with
of a
wide
chair.
selection of
So
jewelry and
absolutely.
gift items. And of course, gift wrapping
Standing
is
up all
always
night
free.
would
We're
be
open
painful
Monday
as well,
through
so-
Friday,
Yeah.
9:30 to 5:30, and Saturday from 9 until 2. Or shop
And they're
online by
certainly better
visiting our
than sitting on the
website at
concrete.
Yes, sir.
jayshreckerjewelry.com. Jay's Record Jewelry, 909 South Main Street in the heart of historic downtown Hopkinsville.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
The right fielder makes the play as McGee is quickly back to work for the Hoppers. And there's one out. That was Jackson Pruitt who flied out to right. And the batter's going to be Peyton Giles, the DH. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. So the count's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. One out. Little high. Like it was across the plate, John, but I'm guessing it was just too high.
Yeah.
That one's low.
Right. He's not off the plate that much. He's
No.
just up or down.
3-1 the count now with 1 out. Henderson leading 5-3. Here's the pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Count now 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Here's the pitch, and it's ball 4. Base on balls now for Giles, and the batter's going to be Drew Eisenberg. 0 for 2 at the plate tonight. He has walked. So he has been on base. 1 out with a runner at first for Henderson. Pitches outside to Eisenberg. And it's 1-0. Here's the pitch. And it's a ball. 2-0. McGee up to now 45 pitches. That pitch is in there for a strike, making it 2-1. 1 out.
I think your runner's going this time. 2-1 pitch.
Got a good lead. You called it. And here's one hit to first, but the runner's going to take second. So the hit and run, or I guess it was a run and then a hit.
Yeah, it was a run and hit. Too good a pitch to let it go by.
Right. So now the batter is going to be Hunter Vaughn. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Been hit by a pitch. This is his 5th time to bat tonight.
Wow. In the 7th.
Yeah.
No, that has to do with those 10 left on base.
Yeah, it does. 1-0 the count.
Score 5 and leave 10 on base. That's a lot of turning over.
Yep. So that's why we've only had like 1 half inning where they were set down in order.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. We've had some long innings as far as how many men have come to the plate. 2-0 the count now. And this is popped up and out of play.
Yeah, this definitely won't go down as one of the quicker games.
No,
played.
no.
We're going to stretch this one out for a little bit.
We've been playing for 2.5 hours, but who's counting?
Right. Evidently you are. About 2.5 hours. Let's see, whatever night that was, I was here.
Yeah, I know.
2.5 hours. We were looking at.
We were almost done.
The last two.
Yeah. They can't all be that fast. I understand. Here's one popped up and out of play. 3-2 the count.
But if we don't close in on some efficiency, we're going to bust through 3 hours.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we're in the, where are we? We're in the seventh, yeah. And strike 3.
That'll help.
That does help. Well, in the inning, 4 men come to the plate. There was 1 walk, so no hits, no runs, and nobody left on base. We go to the 7th inning stretch as we check the U-Haul Hopkinsville scoreboard. It's Henderson 5 and Hoptown 3. Back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Ask Raymond Nelson Insurance, 3205 Lafayette Road in Hopkinsville, if auto owners make sense for you.
Jenny Stewart Health. Experience makes the difference.
Dr. Mackenzie Denton has joined Jenny Stewart Family Health, passionate about health promotion and preventative care within the pediatric, adult, and geriatric population. Dr. Denton plans to provide her patients with high-quality care. Visit jennystewarthealth.org or call 270-887-6565 to schedule an appointment.
Hi, this is Connor Scheidt from IU Southeast. I'm excited to be in Hopkinsville as a member of the 2025 Hoptown Hoppers. Join me in thanking our season sponsors, Olivet Baptist Church, Charles Henderson State Farm Insurance, Jersey Mike's, Planners Bank, Pennyrile Electric, and Higgins Insurance. Go Hoppers.
You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm, WHOP HD2 Hopkinsville, and online at 953thefarm.com.
We go to the bottom of the 7th inning of play. It will be Owen Hutchison, Zach Hampton, and Aiden Butts. And this one's going to be foul, out of play, back behind us here. So 0-1 the count. Pitch, and it is a ball. So 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to be foul back and out of play.
Kids playground active tonight?
It is, yeah. And got him looking, strike 3. You know, I thought Paul Skeens was pitching tonight, but maybe he was. But he didn't get the win.
Oh.
I don't think.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find the details here.
All right.
Pittsburgh won 1-0 over the Cardinals.
All right.
Let's see who the winning pitcher was. No, Skeens didn't get the win. Must have been 0-0 when he went out after he pitched 5 innings, 5 hits, struck out 5.
All right. First hit batter's now Hampton. First pitch called strike.
Yeah. 0-1 the count.
Okay.
With 1 out. Here's a pitch, and this one's hit center field, underneath it. A lot of air under this one. He makes the play for the out. Pirates will go for the sweep tomorrow. 10:40 airtime on 99.3 FM and 12:30 AM WHOP. They just swept the Mets over the weekend.
Oh, wow. The Central Division is picking up.
It is picking up a little bit, yeah.
Even the Reds are playing
right.
decent
I know.
ball for a
I
while.
know it.
And we're in July
I
now.
know, we're already in July, yeah. And the Cubbies are still in front. Here's the pitch to Aiden Butts. It's high for a ball, 1-0 the count.
You know, the last 20 years, the Reds play well in June, have a fire sale, and then collapse in July.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe this year we won't do that.
No, be a little different. Here's the pitch from Bloomer, and it's a swing and a miss. So now the count's 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. 5-3, Henderson on top. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be low for a ball. So it's 2-1 now the count. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Hopper's down by 2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's a pitch from Bloomer, swing and a miss. And that's going to even the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. With 2 outs. Butts is ready. Bloomer looks in. Now time called by the batter. Pitcher was taking a lot of time. Batter gets his 1 to call time. Two the count. Evan Bloomer with the pitch. And swing and a miss, strike 3. So for the second straight inning, Bloomer has set the Hoppers down in order. We have played 7. As we check the car connection of Hopkinsville scoreboard, it's Henderson 5 and Hoptown 3. Back after this timeout. You're listening to Hopper Baseball on 99.3 and 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
The Hoptown Hoppers and Sunflower make a great combination. The Hoppers provide excitement on the baseball field. Sunflower scores are there when you keep
full
yourself
counts and full.
making disputes and
7-4 in the 7th.
In the 7th, yeah.
See the Hoppers home games and see the Sunflower Twins.
Madisonville and Paducah game.
Yeah, they were playing 2, supposed to.
So then that would be Paducah won the first one 4-3.
Right.
And then right now it's in the 4th inning.
Powering your farm and fueling
Paducah's
your
up 1-0.
Southern States has you covered. From high-quality seed, fertilizer, and crop protection to reliable fuel delivery and lubricants, they're your one-stop partner for productivity in the field and
Jacob
efficiency at the pump.
Dilday, a local
Southern States
product
is proud to
on the
serve
mound.
farming communities with expert service and trusted products. Visit your local Southern States store today with 3 locations to better serve you. 1106 West 15th Street and 5475 Canton Pike in Hopkinsville and 2829 Hopkinsville Road in Cadiz.
Oh. Dead air. Gonna hit the button.
Hi, this is Hopper Hunter Swanson from Clarksville, Tennessee. Please join me in thanking our season sponsors: Huggard Beard and Giles Funeral Home, Jones Brothers Towing and Trucking, Chick-fil-A, HWEA, the Bank of Cadies, HES, and the Hopkinsville Lions Cubs. Go Hoppers!
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Jacob Dilday is on to pitch for the Hoptown Hoppers as we welcome you back to the Chick-fil-A broadcast booth. And before he can throw his first pitch, he needs a conversation with the catcher.
That counts as one of your conferences.
Right,
There
yeah.
you go. So, off and running.
The batter is going to be number 4. That's Colton Evans. And the pitch is a ball. 1-0 the count. We're in the 8th. Ball 2. 2-0.
They all want to live down the low end of that strike zone.
Yep.
And this umpire has a floor. He doesn't go under it.
Here's the pitch. And it's in there for a strike. 2-1 the count. The pitch. And this one's going to be foul, out of play. 2-2 the count now. 5-3, Henderson on top.
Hey, my dad said he's going to cut your phone off.
Here's the pitch. And it's a ball. Count now 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here is the pitch. And he walked him. Ball 4. Batter is going to be Kalen Sanders. He's walked 3 times and struck out once. And now, stoppage in play. As the coach is going to come out and
he wants the same explanation for his
Right.
his batter was
was
a foul ball. But they're having a mild discussion about it.
Yeah. There's a lot of little pods going on here. You've got the runner at first talking to the first baseman. You've got Hoptown's coach talking to home plate umpire. You got the third base coach talking to the batter. You've got the umpire at second base trying to keep the catcher and the pitcher separated so that they don't get charged with a visit. A lot going on here tonight at the ballpark.
Just a simple little game.
Yeah. The batter is Kalen Sanders with a runner at first base. And this is foul. So 0-1 the count now.
After all that, 0-1.
0-1, that's right.
Here we go.
All the conversations were very quiet and mild.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the pitch. And it hit him. And the batter now is going to be Hayden Jones. We're in the 8th. And Henderson now with 2 runners on base, first and second.
Dilday set. He comes to the plate with a pitch, and this is a ball.
Guy from the middle of the infield is giving him a warning about balls and strikes.
Yep. Yeah, the temperature is going up a little bit. And I don't mean air temperature. 1-0 the count. Pitched from Dilday is a ball, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Runners at first and second for Henderson. Here's the pitch from Dilday, and this is ball 3. So 3-0 the count. Here's the pitch. That's a strike. 3-1.
3-1.
You know it's going to be a strike. It's just close. Pitch, swing and a miss. Now the count's full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. First and second.
All right. 3 balls, 2 strikes, runners on first and second. Nobody out. Do you start your runners here?
That's a good question.
It's a risk move.
Yeah, I think they are. No, they come back. They'll throw, take the throw down. It doesn't matter anyway. It's ball 4. So 2 walks and a hit batter here in the 8th. And the bases are now loaded for Henderson. And the batter is going to be Milan Obradovich. .5-3 the score. Pitch is in there for a strike. Oh, 1 now the count. Nobody out and the bases are loaded. Pitch is high for a ball, 1-1. Really can't afford to give up any more runs here late in the game like this.
No,
you only
sir.
have 2 more at bats.
6 outs is all you got to make it work.
Yep. Dilday's pitch, and this is going to be popped up and out of play.
0-2.
I think that ends up in food court land. Food truck land, I should say.
Food court, food
yeah,
truck.
I know.
Food trailers.
It's kind of, it's kind of,
Food.
it's, you get the idea. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled. 1-2 the count. Crowd's kind of quiet at the moment. One and 2 the count. 5-3 in favor of Henderson. And a swing and a miss. And strikes him out. 1 out now. And Brady Gable will be the batter. He is 0 for 4.
Well, the strikeout in that situation is about the pitcher's best friend.
Mm-hmm.
You got the bases loaded with nobody out. You got to get 1.
Right.
Now you can turn to double play.
Here's a pitch from Dilday is high for a ball. One and 0 the count. With 1 out. Pitch. And this one's popped up on the infield.
Infield fly.
Yeah. It's going to be an out regardless of what happens.
Correct.
So now with 2 outs and the bases loaded,
The batter's going to be Jackson Pruitt. A double tonight. He's walked. So he's 1 for 3 on the day. Evans at third, Sanders at second, and Jones at first. Pruitt at the plate. Pitches the ball. Dilday with 22 pitches in the inning so far. And the pitch. That's a strike. Crowd wakes up. Pitch, and this is hit. Going to be picked up by the shortstop, who makes the play for the out. Good job by the shortstop. Kind of threw that from his knees to get the out. So Dilday's able to work out of a jam. So in the inning, there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and 3 more left on base. That's 13 now for Henderson in this ball game. 5-3, Henderson on top as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning as we check the U-Haul Hopkinsville scoreboard. 5-3 Henderson back after this. You're listening to Hopper Baseball on 99.3 and 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Little Harry Houdini act there.
I'm telling you.
Hi, this is Connor Scheidt from IU Southeast.
Pull that one out.
Yeah. As a member of the 2025
Getting that strikeout, that really helped.
Thanking our season sponsors.
And then to pop out on the end of the
Pop out on State Farm Insurance, Jersey Mike's, Planners Bank.
But you got to get that first out.
And Higgins Insurance. Go Hoppers.
And keep them from scoring. And really,
right.
The only real way to do that is strike out.
July 11th for the annual
And there's
Jersey
some
Out
others,
There Back
but that's
auction
the one that
benefiting the Rotary Playground Project. These special game jerseys will be worn one night only and auctioned off during game hours, with all proceeds helping create a safe, inclusive playground for children of all abilities. Bidding starts at $50. Visit the All Clean Services tent or call in your bid to 270-305-4350 from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Let's make a difference. Bid high, give big, and help build a playground where every child belongs.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning of play. And it's going to be the bottom 2 and then the leadoff man for the Hoppers. Eli Laurent will be the batter. And then Evan Cardwell and Cole Reynolds. 5-3 Henderson. Here's a pitch from Bloomer, and it's outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. The pitch, and this one's foul and out of play. One and one the count. And I think that one's gone for good. I think there's still water over there in that ditch, and so I think they just left it. 1 and 2.
The frog habitat on the other side of North Drive.
I think so, yeah.
They're just there.
Yeah. The wildlife refuge over there. So I think there are probably more things than frogs over there, too.
There are.
1 and 2 the count. It's pretty swampy over there on the other side of the road. And a swing and a miss. And that's strike 3. So that is now 5 strikeouts. And he has faced 7 batters.
That's efficient.
I would say that's efficient.
That's efficient.
Yep. This is going to be Evan Cardwell, the batter.
It's also, as the man said, undemocratic.
Yeah. Here's the pitch. And it's in there for a strike to Cardwell. 0-1 the count with 1 out. Here's the pitch from Bloomer. And this is hit up the middle. And it's going to be a base hit. Base hit for Evan Cardwell. And the tying run comes to the plate in Cole Reynolds. Reynolds to the plate. Reynolds this season with 12 hits, 7 singles, 5 doubles, no home runs. This would be a good place for one. 7 RBI for Reynolds. He's walked 9 times, struck out 11. Oh, 1 to count. The pitch. And 0-2. That's a strike. 0-2 the count now to Cole Reynolds. 5-3 in favor of Henderson. Here's the pitch. And this is foul back. Count stays 0-2. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Here is the pitch from Bloomer, and it's foul. Need some more baseballs. That young man had that down pat. He had like 5 balls. And they loaded him up good. He had him right between the right finger. You know, he had it between the right fingers. Yeah. 0-2 the count, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that is a strikeout number 2 here in the inning.
Okay, we need to move the base runner around. You can't score if you don't move him around.
Right. Connor Scheid is the batter. He has a single, 2 RBI in this contest. 5-3 is our score. And here's one hit up the middle, and they are going to be able to step on the bag and get 1 there, and that's all they need to end the inning. So that goes 6 unassisted.
Yes, sir.
So at the end of 8 innings of play, as we check the U-Haul of Hopkinsville scoreboard, at the end of 8, it is Henderson 5 and Hoptown 3. We're back after this. You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Whether it's Planters Bank's main
3
campus in
hours.
downtown Hopkinsville, Planters investment in the latest
Not that you're
electronic
counting.
technologies, or the bankers eager to help you. Planters Bank provides the convenience and access to be the perfect.
And we're doing
financial
something
partner.
wrong.
If
Major
you're
League
looking for a
Baseball
bank
can
with
play
the
in
best
about
access to
2:40
downtown
now.
Hopkinsville, stop by and see the great things you can expect at Planters Bank, including downtown.
Well, I got spoiled that other
Hopkinsville
night. We were done at like
drive-through
8:40 or
Expect great
something.
things at Planters Bank, equal housing opportunity, and member.
But I mean, we've had a lot of
Excuse
people.
me,
I mean,
99 cents.
they've
Can I
had
have a
several guys that have batted
Is it true?
5
You're performing
times.
in our area?
I'm
Well,
currently appearing
you
at
scored 8
Fine
runs.
Texas
Yeah.
convenience
You've left
shops.
20 men on
Right.
base.
Food and drinks any size, any
Yeah,
time.
there's a lot of batting average
Yeah.
going up.
And we've had Hoptown's had 4 pitchers, and they have 2.
Personal invitation
Right.
to visit my
So,
family store.
so we're probably,
Guarantee
what,
you'll get service to the max.
250 pitches from?
For your vehicle.
Just all that takes time.
I agree.
It all starts with
This
This is Hawkins
throw
Parsons
strikes.
from Murray, Kentucky.
Right. Easily
Please
said.
join me in thanking
A
our
lot harder
season
to do.
sponsors, the Hawkinsville YMCA, the City of Hawkinsville,
Whoa.
Christian County Government, Sunflower Photography, All Clean Services, and AKS Flooring, and Maddox Fuqua Hinton Funeral Home. Go Hoppers.
Are the jersey auction Sunday?
This is Hoptown Hoppers
No,
Baseball
it's
on
next
95.3
Friday, the
Farm
11th.
and 953thefarm.com.
We move to the ninth inning of play, and this is going to be Peyton Giles, the batter. For Henderson. Pitch to him is a ball. A little low. Pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count now to Peyton Giles. Here's the pitch. And it's inside, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Deal day is set. Comes to the plate. Here's one hit to the shortstop deep in the hole, but oh, they're going to call him out. Wow. What a throw. That was deep in the hole.
Going away.
Yeah.
Whew. Yeah.
For Cole Reynolds. And Scheidt did a good job of digging that one out of the dirt. It'll go 6-3.
Every inch of his stretch.
Oh, yeah.
He needed all of them.
5-3 is our score. 1 out here in the top of the ninth. Drew Eisenberg is the batter. And the pitch is a ball, so 1-0 the count. If you're looking ahead, it's the 3, 4, and 5 for the Hoppers in their lineup. In the bottom of the ninth. His pitch is high. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. A lot of the fans still hanging in. Several have called it a night. That pitch is a strike. We definitely don't have 302 here anymore. But at one time we did.
Yeah.
But a lot of folks still hanging around. Pitch, and this is foul.
I told you the story of the 10 o'clock club.
No, what's that?
Had a group of elderly gentlemen.
Uh-huh.
And about 8 to 10 of them, and usually there were 6 or 7 of them here every night.
Right.
They sat down there.
Okay.
At 10 o'clock, they folded their chairs and went home.
Yeah, regardless of what was
Didn't
going
matter
on.
what was going on. It just didn't matter.
Here's one that is chopped foul down the first base side.
So one night they're folding up in the game. It's a 1-1 game in the 8th inning.
Yeah.
Guys, what's up?
Right.
Time to go home?
Yeah.
I'm going home.
Right.
I'll listen to it on the radio on the way home.
Yeah.
And
that's that, huh?
That's it.
That's that, yeah. 10 o'clock club.
So I call them 10 o'clock club.
10 o'clock club. I like that. 2-2 the count with 1 out. 5-3 in favor of Henderson. Nobody on base. Eisenberg takes ball 3. So the count is full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
But that group could tell you what happened in the top of the third when the runner on second.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They knew.
Three-two pitch to Eisenberg, and he pops it to third, and third baseman can't make the throw. Slipped out of his hands. I guess that's going to be an E5.
I don't think I could do that to him. That's a soft grounder. I give him that hit.
You got to give him a hit? Okay.
All right, scoring committee says he gets a hit.
Yeah. You're a third baseman, aren't you? Yeah, you're a third baseman, right?
Yeah, that's just...
I knew it.
That's just...
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. I'm going to give him a base hit, but
I just think it was with as fast as he is.
Right,
I think that's
sure.
it.
Runner goes, and he's already at the bag.
And
No, they
he's
die. Oh. Good job by the catcher to throw down.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. That was.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's time. I'll give you the earmuff signal now. I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
Because that was really close.
That was close.
That's really close.
Yeah. 5-3 is the score. Here's the pitch. And the count now is at 2-0 to Hunter Vaughn. 1 out. Here's the pitch. And a strike. 2-1 now the count. 2-1 with 1 out. 5-3 is our score. The pitch. And this is foul. 2-2 the count. One out here in the inning. Runner at second base. Here's the pitch. And this is hit to the short. He looks the runner back, throws over in time, digs it out of the dirt for the out. 2 outs now here in the inning, and the batter's going to be Colton Evans. Did a good job to hold the runner at second.
He did. Looked him right back and let it go.
Held it just long enough. And now the batter's going to be Colton Evans. Base hit tonight, actually 2 base hits, his first of the season. He came in with .000000000.
Just keep going.
Here's the pitch. This is popped up, but it's going to be out of play. He's only played in a couple of games, so. Oh, 0-1 the count to Colton Evans. Two outs, 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch, and this is hit up the middle, and it's going to be taken by the second baseman over to first in time for the out. Good play that time by the second baseman. That's Zach Hampton, who throws over to first in time for the out. So in the inning, there was 1 hit, no runs scored, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 9th, last call for the Hoppers as we check the U-Haul of Hopkinsville scoreboard. It is Henderson 5 and Hoptown 3 back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com. They brought somebody else in.
4th of July, celebrate
27.
Sleepless nights at Herb Hayes Furniture and
Seth
Mattress. Right now,
Galloway.
$500 on Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattresses, including Pro Breeze, Lux Breeze, and Active Breeze models. Designed to keep you cool all night long. Get up to $200 off select Sealy mattresses, and Serta has savings on their Perfect Sleeper collection, up to $425 off. It's time to sleep cooler, deeper, and better. But hurry, these savings end soon.
At Penny Ryle Electric, empowering you is at the center of all we do. Penny Ryle Electric's mission is not just to provide reliable service at competitive rates. It's also finding innovative ways to keep our members and employees safe, promote economic development, create a well-trained workforce, and to educate you to help you save on utility costs. Penny Ryle Electric, enhancing your quality of life since 1937.
Hi, this is Colby Webb from Arkansas Tech University. We would not have Hoppers Baseball without the following businesses. Please support our season sponsors: United Southern Bank, Edgewood Baptist Church, Lincoln Real Estate and Development, and Smiley Enterprises. Southern States, Legacy Real Estate, and McAfee Electric. Thank you, and go Hoppers.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
For the Hoppers here in the bottom of the ninth inning of play, it's going to be Miles Denton, Bruce Weish, and Owen Hutchison. 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the lineup.
All right, here we go. Got to have base runners.
Here's a pitch outside for a ball to Denton. Denton's 1 for 2 in this contest, has a base hit. And this goes all the way to the backstop.
You running the bases tonight, Jeff?
I don't think so.
Okay.
That too has passed.
Popped it up.
That
Too
was
far back.
another lifetime.
Well, if you will run the bases, I'll film it.
I can walk the bases. I could probably jog.
Okay.
And be okay.
All right. I'll still film it.
If there's no speed involved, if you're not timing me to do it in a certain amount of time. Pitch almost hit the batter. Batter back in the box. New pitcher, by the way, is Seth Galloway. That's a swing and a miss. So that's going to make it now 3 balls, 2 strikes. The count is full. 3 and 2. Denton, pitch, ball 4. That's what you need.
That's what you need. Need base runners.
Need base runners. 5-3 Henderson. Bruce Weish can tie it up here if he can put one out on the park. He has a couple of base hits tonight. He's 2 for 4. The pitch. And this is going to be sliced. It's going to be a base hit. So runners now at first and second.
Henderson's playing a little bit deeper.
Yep.
You want to prevent those doubles, and they did. That's okay. Now we have 2 base runners.
Right. Owen Hutchison can send us home with a home run.
Let's just take a double.
Well, a double.
Won't we greedy?
Nobody out. Runners at first and second. Hutchison, the batter. The pitch. And this is a swing and a miss. Owen won the count, nobody out. Runners at first and second for Hoptown. And this is foul. 0-2 now. That kind of ricocheted off the wall and hit the batter on the ready to go here. 0-2. Pitch. Ball.
Outside.
Yeah. 1-2 now the count. One and two. Galloway set. Looks back at second. Home, outside. Ball 2 evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Zach Hampton is on deck. Pitch. And here is one hit. Yep. Going to drop. And they are going to send the runner. And he is safe. And everybody moves up second and third. That makes it 5-4. And nobody out with runners at second and third.
Got to have base runners.
Yes.
For runs.
So it's a base hit for Hutchison and an RBI. And then he takes second on the throw home. And the hero could be Zach Hampton. There's nobody out, though, so you can't take too many chances.
Correct.
Could at least tie it up.
We'll see. Yeah, I would not be surprised if JD doesn't walk him.
Think so? Just to load the bases?
Give me the force out because
right, that's
the tie and there's the win.
Yeah, right.
I guess instead of pointing, I should say the tie's on third.
Yeah.
The win's on second.
Right, sure.
Got to learn this radio thing.
Yep. 5-4 is the score. Hutchison at second, Weish at third. And now time is called. Zach Hampton is the batter. Galloway's pitch inside. May not give him anything to hit.
May not. Just throw away, let him swing, see if he'll swing. Or give him a couple pitches, see how the at-bat starts. And then
And a swing and a miss. 1-1 the count now for Hampton. On deck is number 26. That is Dominic Bello. The pitch, and this is foul. Watch out. 0-2 now the count. Make it 1-2 the count now. 1-2 the count. One and two the count. Here's the pitch. Two and two.
2-2.
Nobody out.
Nothing like some drama.
I know it.
Tail end.
Yeah. I think this is the loudest as the crowd's been most of the night. Swing and a miss. And he strikes him out. That is the first out here in the inning. And now we've got time called. Going to have a pinch hitter here in Dom Bello. And it's going to be a full meeting. It's going to be a
pitching coach comes out.
It's a pitch and change.
Pitching change.
Going to be a pitching change. So Hoppers with runners at second and third. Dom Bello at the plate. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. It's 5-4 in favor of Henderson here in the bottom of the ninth. Back after this. You're listening to Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Whether you're shopping for an engagement ring or you just need a little something for a birthday gift, J. Schrecker Jewelry can help you find just what you're looking for with our wide selection of jewelry and gift items. And of course, gift wrapping is always free. We're open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 5:30, and Saturday from 9 until 2. Or shop online by visiting our website at jschreckerjewelry.com. J. Schrecker Jewelry, 909 South Main Street in the heart of historic downtown Hopkinsville.
When it comes to powering your farm and fueling your success, Southern States has you covered. From high-quality seed, fertilizer, and crop protection to reliable fuel delivery and lubricants, they're your one-stop partner for productivity in the field and efficiency at the pump. Southern States is proud to serve the farming communities with expert service and trusted products. Visit your local Southern States store today with 3 locations to better serve you. 1106 West 15th Street in 5475 Canton Pike in Hopkinsville and 2829 Hopkinsville Road in Cadiz.
Hi, this is Evan Cardwell from Spring Hill, Tennessee. We would not have Hoppers Baseball without the following businesses. Please support our season sponsors: New Work Fellowship, White's Auto Mall, Jenny Stewart Health, Hopkinsville Rotary Club, the WHOP family of stations, and Optimize You. Thank you and go Hoppers.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Well, the pitcher is going to be Andrew Lee from Loyola University. They have him listed as a catcher on the roster.
Okay. Well, then he can throw from the mound to the plate.
Yeah.
He can throw from the plate to the mound.
Sure.
Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is the 1, 2, 3, 4. He's the 5th pitcher that Henderson has used tonight. The batter is going to be Aiden. Nope. Don Bella. Ball gets away, and this ball game is tied. And the runner moves up to third. This game is now tied at 5. And the pitch was a ball to Aiden Butts. Now the winning run is at third base.
90 feet away and only one out.
Yep. Now we got time again. Oh, I see. Don't know if I've ever seen the catcher go out and get the rosin bag. Have you?
Yeah, his hands sweaty.
Yeah, I understand his hands are sweaty.
He's got gear and it's humid.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I get it. I just you don't see that. Yeah, you don't see that. 1-0 the count with 1 out. Here's the pitch. This is popped up. This could do it if it's deep enough. And they are going to send the runner, and this ball game is over. On the sacrifice fly by Aiden Butts, the Hoptown Hoppers walk it off.
There it is. They appealed to third base.
Yeah, they did. They appealed to third, but they called him safe. So scoring the winning run was Bruce Weish. And the Hoptown Hoppers walk it off tonight with a 6-5 win in front of 302 fans. 6-5, the final. And we are going to take a break, and we'll come back with our happy recap right after this timeout. Hoppers win it 6-5 over the Henderson Flash. Back after this, you're listening to Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in
That
your
was
community
fun.
and answer when you call. So you can
Oh, gosh.
more important things.
I already got one tonight, guys.
And who is that?
He went 3 for 5 and scored the winning run.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fine. No, that's good. That sounds good. That sounds like a good one. Yeah. Yeah, no, I like that.
The Hoppers provide
Swings the bat well.
Yeah.
Play defense.
Right. I'm good with that. Yeah.
Self-rising cornmeal mix for great corn bread, plus sunflower grits. See the Hoppers home games and see the Sunflower Twins. Sunflower self-rising flour, sunflower self-rising cornmeal mix, plus sunflower grits.
Okay.
And your grocery bag on your table. Sunflower. For
This umpire had 3 solid pieces to his strike
This
zone.
is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Welcome back to the Chick-fil-A broadcast booth as we are back as the Hoptown Hoppers walk it off here tonight as they walk it off against Henderson. Final score 6-5. Guys, an exciting game.
Very much so. You don't want to leave this game early.
No,
you
not
gotta
tonight.
Play to the last.
That's
to
right.
The last out, and they
Yeah.
did. They played right up to the bottom.
You know, there's no lead that is safe.
No,
there's no lead that's safe. You know,
like I said, what we have 20 some runners left on base.
Yeah, left on base. Yeah, exactly. Game summary brought to you by Angie Graham with Dreamfield Lending. In the market for a new home, contact Angie Graham with Dreamfield Lending to discuss your borrowing options, including zero down payment programs. 270-349-3124, NMLS 650794, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. Line score tonight for the Hoppers: 6 runs, 11 hits. There were 3 errors. For Henderson, 5 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. And as you said, they left a lot on base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 for the Flash. And for Hoptown, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They left 10 on.
Yeah.
So it's 24 guys left on base.
And scored 11.
Yeah, sure. Big night tonight for our player of the game, and it's brought to you by Skyline Animal Clinic and Oak Grove Animal Hospital, who supports all the area schools, athletes, and students. Skyline Animal Clinic has been your source of veterinary care for small animals since 1956. Call them today for all of your pets' veterinary needs. And, guys, I think you, and I agree, I'm in agreement with your player of the game.
Player of the game tonight went 3 for 5, scored the winning run. I think it goes to it's Bruce Weiss. Of course, he's got the right name.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, exactly right. So, good job tonight. And, Aiden, any final comments tonight before we let you go?
No, Bruce Weiss, he really swung it well tonight. I mean, great game tonight for the Hoppers. Really resilient in the last inning. That's what they really needed. They needed this win right here.
Yep, exactly right. That breaks the losing streak, and now they can start a win streak now, and they'll go to Madisonville tomorrow night. Then they'll be back home on July 4th on Friday night against Full Count Rhythm, and then Paducah will be in here on Saturday, and then Fulton. That's when we'll be back. Joe will have the games on Friday and Saturday, and then we'll be back on Sunday. And then I guess John and you and I are back on Wednesday the 9th with Madisonville. It's that
sometime in the week. I don't remember
sometime in the week. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll have the game